sorry. It's been 2 weeks. I'm a little rusty.
You're a little.
I don't like hearing myself, so I just do the one ear.
I mean, you can
It's
go
the best part.
El Natural.
I'm gonna
Have to go
fart
raw?
in Cody.
Raw
Corey.
dog?
Yeah.
Blech. I'm gonna fart.
I mean,
in
it's up
Corey's
to you. I just.
I requested a lower microphone already,
Let
so
me not mess with Chuck's stuff before he kills me. All right, good. Get a message.
We're now live.
Bienvenidos.
already.
30 seconds of swear-free audio coming at you.
I'm leaving.
I was going to say, we might have to be quiet. Oops, I don't need email right now.
Nobody say a word.
Hello, everybody.
Shook, you're back.
Hi, I'm back.
Shook's here.
Shooketh.
A lot to talk about.
Do
Hello,
these
Rick.
things normally just sag like this? Is that like a common occurrence?
No, you can tighten this right here, yeah.
Cross members.
We've been
are
live
already
for
pretty tight.
56 seconds. This guy is already talking shit.
Sir Long.
Hello. Where's the web browser?
I was going to say, yeah, pop that down.
Mr. Long.
Swip it to the browser. Switch it
Where
to
the-
the browser. It's probably on over there.
Why the hell is it doing that?
Go up.
Is that where you usually shit over there?
Where I shit?
Where you say?
If at all possible, I try to shit at home. But sometimes
I mean, you
The
poop,
bathroom here disagrees.
you poop a lot here.
Yeah, I
I might have
pooped.
blessed that porcelain throne.
I pooped here before. Sometimes we get Bajas that really waxes the track, if you will.
Is the toilet paper good?
Really
Waxes,
slides out.
waxes poetic. No, it's not that good. We go with the cheap stuff. Single ply.
Come on.
Yeah, it's like sandpaper in your asshole.
Single ply. Single ply, but we provide the soap, so you're good.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about poop being on your butthole because you just sand it off.
Because it's all on your
we get a-
fingers.
Yeah, it's all on your fingers. You scoop it out.
You guys need a dude wipe sponsorship.
No, we can't. We can't put any no flushables in the toilet.
Yeah.
Didn't you read the sign?
Yeah.
There's
we had,
absolutely nothing other than
we had an
toilet paper.
incident.
Can't read English.
We had an incident.
No huevos.
Oh, no.
Not the
No
paper.
huevos here. No.
Oh, hell yeah, Ed Pud. All those all those Corvettes and Mustangs.
On the
Flood
cheap.
cars.
Everything you've ever wanted from Florida.
Oh
is
my
now
God.
here.
Yeah, isn't there a big JDM scene out there too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a big hurricane.
S15s
Well, that's what
are
we're talking about.
Yeah.
legal over there.
Oh,
Apparently, they're legal in North Carolina too. So
They're legal everywhere as long as they're a 1991 240 SX.
yeah.
I love that commercial that was like the car sunk in water, and it was like flood damage, and then they delete it, and then it goes new upholstery.
Have you guys seen the Security Monkey commercials?
No.
What? Is there any way we could play it?
No.
No,
There's
We-
copyright. there.
Copyright
Yeah, we can check
infringement.
after.
Okay.
You can talk about it all you want.
Yeah, you
it's
can
a
explain it
old
to us.
Chevy dealership that had something called the Trunk Monkey. It was a security system. Let's say somebody will rob your car. The Trunk Monkey will get a little red light, beeps up. He comes out, unfolds the rear bench, and let's say the guy's driving. He'll beat him up and just like throw him over a river or something. It was a series of these commercials with a Trunk Monkey.
Yeah.
He would assist with like the son's first date or stuff like that. It was weird.
And this was a Florida dealership?
No, this was just a Chevy dealership. I don't know where it was from.
Oh,
but
okay.
These are legit commercials from like back in 2003.
I'm going to have to look this up because that's going to be a good throwback, if you will.
My girlfriend's sister is in a Chevy commercial.
What?
When she was
I
a
don't-
baby.
Can I get an autograph?
Wait.
What Chevy?
Terryville Chevrolet. Oh, sorry. Terryville Chevrolet.
Is she the one singing like a rock? Is that?
You ever feel something heavy while you're driving a Chevy?
You ever get confused and kiss your girlfriend's dad on the lips? Fall down a set of stairs, have sex with the dog by accident.
Wait, what?
That's what it's like driving a Chevy 1500.
Okay.
I'm going to hit record there.
Let's go
Record
back.
there. Gentlemen, do you have any questions before we get rolling?
Comments?
Let me put something-
Concerns?
Is it okay to break the fourth wall?
T's and P's?
Can we look at the camera?
Yeah, you can.
Tell your cat to shut the
You can
fuck
look
up.
right in the look somebody right in the eyes.
The
Did
best
you
ones-
just say tell your cat to shut the fuck
Yeah,
up?
more people have cats than
Every
nothing.
single person
Oh.
that's
The best
listening
ones
has
when
told their
I
cat
went
to
and
shut the
said to
fuck up.
Shook, and he stood up right in front of the camera from behind the seat and said it.
What? Oh, I brought the microphone.
Yeah, you brought the microphone, just stood right in front of the camera.
Yeah, like
Was this oh shit, I need the
yeah, it was
numbers
Fred
real quick.
Dursting the camera.
Let me check my email real quick, and then
Josh has to get the stats.
we will momentarily have liftoff, if you will. A little bit late, but we're gonna pump through.
You know what?
Liftoff is
Oh,
usually
neat.
around
Oh, wait.
6:30 for me.
Bienvenido a Revival Motoring. For English, press 1. Para español, prima, número 2.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Raph,
Yes.
how come all the Spanish TV announcers sound like Dracula?
I don't know.
You are now watching Revival Motoring.
You've won a brand new Chevy.
Where's the butt? Oh, it's this one. Okay.
It's so funny watching you look at that computer screen from over here.
Yeah, okay.
trying.
I've got it.
He looks anxious.
Get it together, man.
Not Bob Seger.
What are you doing?
Turkey Clubs from Neon Slap.
Okay.
Turkey clubs from the Thompson Motor Speedway.
Turkey clubs from pretty much anywhere should slap.
Yeah,
it's
you're
turkey
right.
man.
It's pretty difficult
Yeah,
to fuck
yeah.
up a turkey club. To be
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Soggy
you're right.
tomatoes, that's fine as long as the bacon's there.
Crispy bacon.
Guys,
Gotta have the
Crispy
crisp.
bacon.
did you know? Wait,
What? Oh my God.
that my birthday is this Saturday. No, I'm an idiot.
Wow, you don't know
Shook
your own
doesn't
birthday.
It's
not know when he was
Tuesday.
born.
Mine
It's
is
Tuesday. Yours is
Whatever the
soon too, right?
Yeah, whenever the 12th is. I don't know what day it is.
It's the following two Wednesdays from now. Two
What's-
Revival
what's
Motoring
the
episodes
date,
from now.
Shook.
The 12th. He said the 12th. My date?
I take
Yours
rare Mark
is the
II parts in a
4th?
size.
Yeah,
size
I'm
extra
10-4.
large. Thank you.
4th.
10-4.
I have
4th?
no idea what sign you are. Congratulations.
I'm a librarian. Libra.
That explains so much.
Does it?
I have no
I'm a
clue.
Oh,
librarian.
you must be a Capri Sun or something.
Yeah, Mercury's in Gatorade or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost done, I promise.
Sometimes I'm a
How many
bitch.
emails do you have, Mike?
Oh no, this is just I'm calculating with Brian from NASA.
Enhance.
He's really being offensive right now.
That's Brian from NASA, the space
NASA.
NASA.
What is that, Jurassic Park?
What?
The enhanced thing?
Enhance.
No, it's Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah, when he's staring at it.
That's insane.
Sorry.
I want a
Jurassic
930
Park.
turbo just to recreate that scene from Super Troopers.
What?
He gets chased.
Oh,
the
yeah.
meow scene? All right.
When he pulls the German dude over in the Porsche, that.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you sit on Uncle Rabbit's lap? Nope. Don't think that's a good idea right now.
All right, I got my numbers.
Hey, thanks, Tim. How did they know I got a new job? Did you guys tell I got a new job?
I think I said that last week.
Yeah, I got a new job.
I think I said
That's
that
why you're
last week.
absent.
Yeah.
Do you have to
Yeah.
drive as far?
No.
Congratulations.
They were like, hey, you don't have to go to client sites, and this whole week is client sites. So I don't know what's happening there, but at least they're in Connecticut.
Sounds like you got a job.
Someone's being lied to.
What's up, Lane?
They did the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
They were like, not for long.
You
Like
won't
the guy
ever
from
have
Monkey
to do
Island.
this.
The Monkey Island, Escape from Monkey Island, or the
Well, you
Treasure
can't
of
tell
Monkey
Shook
Island.
was tapping his feet.
Yeah, he was. He's
Very
doing something with his
very
feet.
gingerly.
All right, you boys are good. We're recording. Shook, you know what you're doing. You familiar? You remember how to do this?
I have hands.
He has a keyboard and a mouse.
Blink
And
twice for
those.
yes.
And I think he can control everything. From
Yes. Wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hit this button.
the song.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by a Shook TD.
Oh, dude, you threw me off. Hello. I looked over at Raph for Chuck. I went, oh, shit.
Chuck Who and Corey.si are on the road in the old Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. That John Denver, son of a bitch. They will be back next week. Actually, Chuck will be back next week. Corey's going to stay out there. I think he's starting his own weed farm.
Smart investment.
In studio today, we have Mr. Raff
Hello.
and a Mr. Andy Lenz.
Hello.
They're joining us to discuss current events, automotive news. And in particular, we're probably going to get into some automotive photography, videography, filmage, all that good stuff. So,
Fun.
on this week's episode, I already told you that. This week's episode is brought to you by everybody who listens and supports the B4B subscription thing we have on our website, revivemotoring.com. You can sign up there to be an active B4B subscriber, where you can contribute once a month, a small number, a medium number, a little bit bigger number, a really big number, or you can, mix them all up and have at it. Do whatever you want. But that is how we keep the lights on in this place. And it's from people like you. So we appreciate you. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But for right now, we can get right into the old...
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks. Shook,
Yes.
there's a lot on the table for you, buddy.
Okay.
First
Shoot.
and foremost,
Yep.
have you done anything
Not
to
a
your...
thing.
Okay.
We all knew the answer to that question before it came out.
Not
I just had to ask.
not
know
a
he posts when he gets
singular
Have you
thing.
looked at it?
Huh?
Have you looked at it?
Have you seen it?
So here's what happened
That's
Saturday.
a no.
I went there. I looked at it. And I went.
No.
And then I just did an oil change on my Civic and I left.
There you go.
That's it.
The Civic is the car. That's why.
The Civic.
Well,
is-
now
It
that's
has
it's the
replaced
race
his
car now.
needs.
that's the car.
It's the race
It's
car.
everything. It's the
It's
stance
the
car.
it's
the
the
daily
I'm
car.
waiting for my Mark 5 potato
Yep.
in
Potato.
transitional car. Yeah.
What are you waiting on with that?
Because
It's got to hit like 260,000
Civic
miles.
is
like the rest
stance
of them?
car now.
Okay.
Then when I get potato, that'll be daily. Civic becomes race car. See where I'm going?
How about the E36?
It's dead.
No.
Yeah.
It's dead.
No, I'm gonna do stuff. I just my buddy has been busy because he has a kid. And
Everybody tells Shook to get his car together.
I need somebody to come sand it. I don't want to do it. So if you want to sand it, come do it.
The admitted laziness.
There's
is the
still
best
literally
part.
3 spots left on the car. I just every time I look at it, I'm like,
Well, I'm sure at some point you're going to find the hour and a half of motivation you need to
The gusto.
finish that. Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
I need a wind of second and third.
Sales.
You need the
times,
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the winter
Yeah, get
when
it.
because I've been looking at it and I'm like, well, there's no rush now. It's not gonna make it for the October event, So
You know what they say?
There's always November.
Summer bodies are built in the winter.
that's true.
I'm trying to flex on them.
I will be flexing on these Jamos.
The other thing I was going to ask is, how was your vacation?
It was a good time.
Where'd you go?
I went to North Carolina. Take your shirt off, swing it around your head like a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Outer Banks.
Oh, I've heard good things about the Outer Banks.
It was nice.
Yeah.
There was an apothecary. I went to that apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
I got droplets of apothecary sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Okay.
That was cool.
How did that make
Tell
you
us more.
feel?
Great. Dude, the food down there.
I'm North Carolina is known for its food for me. I don't know.
It's
I've
on
never.
the coast.
It's on the
though.
coast, so all the seafood,
It's good.
chef's kiss. It was like
You're
Poseidon.
from New England.
Yeah.
I know, but it was cleaner water.
And are
there.
you like a cuisine aficionado? Is
Yeah.
that a thing for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very.
I don't know.
very delicate palate.
He just thinks crabs and chicken.
Yeah, what do you... I was down there giving things like 15 out of 10 marons. It was like...
Oh my god.
We ate at this steakhouse called JK's. And bruh, I spent $28 on a lobster appetizer. There were 6 pieces of lobster on it.
Again, you were finessed.
Yeah. It was like a $250 dinner.
Wow.
He's
For
no
2
longer
people.
shooked. He's now finessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking Salt Bay in there. Just taste test and everything. No, it was a good time. Very H2O vibes. Small. It was skeleton crew. I mean, there was like 50
The-
cars.
the end of the season too.
Yeah. But OBX was busy. It was busy. And like, I don't know if I'm just traumatized, but like I'm cruising up and down this strip, if you will. It's going like 40 and it's a 50-mile-an-hour zone, and the locals are like trying to crush you like Gravedigger.
Yeah.
They're in North Carolina. That's where squatted trucks came from.
Yeah, they're like
Yes.
trying to bunny hop you on the strip. I'm like, all right, brother, I'm just trying to not get arrested. But there was like probably like 60 cars, 60, 70 cars. And then every meet was the same cars.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like a Friday or Saturday sumo speed,
Mm-hmm.
which I would, it's like Broke East, but like North Carolina. It was mad Virginia cars. And there was probably like 20 really good cars there, and the rest still trying to figure out how to stance their car in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Young.
Lots of wild,
Not much information available on the internet.
lots of wild
It's North
looking
Carolina, they don't
vehicles.
have it.
Touche.
The Civic Type R Owners Association of Virginia showed up. Not one of them bought a singular cool part. It was like all over. It was like, yeah, I bought these terrible wheels, and I think they lifted the car up. Like nothing looked good.
Stock suspension, extra wide wheels.
Yeah, so big, crazy
Monster donk.
body vents on things, and sickening.
It sounded like you loved it.
Great time.
You looked good.
I will say though, my girlfriend not so into cars, and we walked around and she pointed a couple, like 3 RSXs. And she's like, wow, those are cool. I'm like, I've been showing you these. And she's like, oh, I hate them. Then we go look at them. Loves it.
What's her idea now?
I don't know. She still hates cars.
It's because you got to
It's
put
fine.
wheels and
Yeah.
suspension on
It
it for it
was
to look
really
good.
low.
It didn't change anything. She's like,
She just
Over it.
appreciates that one.
yeah, she likes that one. She really wants an Integra. That's
Like
it.
a new one?
Not that one. No, I would never allow that in my household. It's great, just not in our driveway.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, definitely going next year,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope it grows into something.
I wouldn't. I
I'm not driving
don't count
that
your
far.
chickens
Look
because
happened to-
What is that, 14 hours?
It was 10 hours.
thing is, you don't
That's
want it to
still-
grow. You don't want it to grow.
Not into
And we'll get into all the
Later.
bullshit stuff.
I mean, there was a long good time in H2O. You know,
Right.
I
real
think there
H2O.
could be a long good time
I don't think so.
here.
I don't think so.
You
Not with
think
the
it would-
internet.
You think it'll go from small to ruin?
Because you can't police it. One wrong person, done. That's it. One wrong person tells another wrong person. It's
Oh
over.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
you can't even word of mouth things anymore.
yeah,
Right.
but
Somebody's gonna slip. Like
the
That's
distance
exactly-
though,
Somebody-
the distance though, I think will keep the
There's
sheep
shitty-
beds.
There's shitty people everywhere.
yeah, it will bring
Yeah.
more
Doesn't matter.
Chargers and Challengers. And
Yeah, it
all
doesn't
the
matter.
fun
Oh,
fun
Virginia
trucks.
boys stood up. Lots of challengers at that show.
I swear they're giving those things away.
Virginia
Thank
boys
you for
stood
saying
up.
that. They're oh God, guys, you're gonna
Look into
love
the
this.
camera.
Listen
Look
to
at
me.
the
Grip on
camera.
the microphone. That's how you
I-
know it's gonna get serious.
I don't know if it was a Camaro or a Charger. They all look the same big ugly car.
Mm-hmm.
This kid had to be, I don't know, early 20s, pulls into this meet with his father in the passenger seat, an adult man, like 65 years old, window banner, thought yacht. I have
What's wrong
never.
with his dad being the thought though?
He's
got the.
I don't think he-
No,
He
he's just the fucking what are you first made to the thought
yeah,
yacht.
he had no fucking idea that this. He was probably like, son, what the hell's a thought? And he was like, oh, that automobile over there.
That's the North Carolina equivalent to the Accord here with the panty dropper banner.
Oh yeah, there's a one in my town.
Isn't there
with a
one
panty
around
dropper
that
banner.
just says like "Show me your asshole" or something?
Probably.
Love
There's
that.
one
I
says,
forget.
"Hey,
There's
your
like
ass in the back."
there's one of them that I'm just like, wow, that's you're just putting it all out there with whatever that says. I
He's an
forgot what it
honest
was.
man.
It's fucking wild. It's like a crew of them. Yeah.
better than Semen Demon.
That's pretty clever.
I've seen that one a couple times.
At least it rhymed.
Yeah.
Show me your asshole.
Again, they pull no punches.
I had these friends that had a list of like band names that they put together, so they would like occasionally break it out, and it would be shit like that. Windmill Hill, Semen Demon.
That's good. I played a show once with a band. We had no idea. We just showed up.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, who's the band we're playing with? And they were like, Bloody Nun Sluts. And we just went, okay. Sounds great. It was 30 minutes of complete and utter noise.
That's
It's actually
fucking
Christian
Never-
rock.
perfect.
It's like they were like, should we practice here today for the first time? Yes.
You guys want to give this a shot now?
It was a good time.
All right, turn your treble up as high as possible.
Play as fast as you can. You play as fast as you can. You also play as fast as you can. All right, here we go.
Go
And
up
you-
and down the fretboard, just as fast as you can.
Can you do double bass? Do it the whole time.
Yeah, never
The whole
stop doing it ever once.
All right, yeah. So that was callbacks for that. Oh, do I have some more? I think I do.
Oh, the
think I do.
club's in the house.
We have a shit ton of callbacks as far as
So,
what partook over the weekend in general. I
Do
would have
tell
received
what
a
part
shit.
took.
Trash.
It's
My trash goes out
I
on
guess
Monday.
yeah, I guess we can get into that now because it might as well.
All right.
A shit ass event with a lot of shit ass people took place. Some terrible things happened to some people who had, well, my understanding is like no part of it. Some lives were lost. And this is my point with what I was saying to you. The second it gets to the, dare I say, general public, it's over. Doesn't matter. It's over. Because these people weren't, I do not see them as actual car enthusiasts. They happen to be a bunch of fucking dummies where cars also happen to be. And they just, are in the dummy soup. And that's it.
Dummy soup.
Once the fucking cunt dummy soup is started, there's
Campbell's
no,
special.
you can't put the soup back in the bowl.
Yeah, the way that I look at it, it's kind of like when you go to a metal show and you're like really just there for the band,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the shitheads that like, well, that's too ironic of a statement, where they hit the crowd.
Yeah. Well, so in this incident, I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know how many incidents there were. I know of one in particular where a vehicle took off for no apparent reason, the way they took off, allegedly. Lost control, went into another vehicle where that person, I believe, was hit. And I don't know how it transpired. Like that car hit another car or people as pedestrians as well at the same time, something along those lines. There's videos, I believe. Again, we're not going to decipher those videos or anything like that. That's for actual officials, which I believe an arrest has already been made and somebody's already been booked and charged and all that good stuff.
Good for that.
So at the very least, good for that, right? And if anybody's wondering what the hell we're actually talking about, there is I'm not even going to mention what they want to call it because that's not true. There was some people in Wildwood, New Jersey over the past weekend, right? It was this past weekend.
Yeah.
And, a bunch of, like I said, alluded to before, a bunch of dummies out there
Doing dummy stuff.
doing just shitty things. And I truly don't believe they're actual car enthusiasts.
No,
Because I
it's-
don't see anything.
That's where I was going with it. It's just like going to a concert. You're trying to enjoy it, and there's people there who just are trying to fight.
There's shitheads everywhere.
Yeah, there's shitheads.
And that's,
not better.
and again, like I said, unfortunately, when an event is really cool and starts to look really cool and look like the place to be, then it's just going to attract,
Trash.
the trashy people, and it's going to end up like
Trash
this.
gets blown into the net, and the bigger the net gets, the easier it is to catch the trash.
Right.
Yeah, I think what really triggered me about the whole thing, I'm using the word triggered as a 32-year-old.
Welcome to 2022.
Hi, Karen.
Shook.
The kids dancing in front of the cop cars.
Dude, yes.
If I could
Wait, what?
telepathically hate someone in the face with a fist,
yeah.
I would have not RKO'd him Randy
Is he
Orton style.
flossing?
And that's the thing is like, I am by no means, one for, cheer on authority. Like, no, fuck that.
No.
Like, leave me the fuck alone in general. But it's not even I don't know. It's not even about the disrespect because obviously that's disrespectful. But like, what are you doing, you fucking moron?
Yeah, like
That's all I can is like, you're a fucking idiot.
you're dancing. Like if you're Fortnite dancing
Right,
in front of
right.
a cop car.
What are you doing?
Are we getting older, or is this shit just dumb?
I
don't
think
know.
no. I
The
think people.
thing is though, like if I see that shit in Fortnite, I laugh. Like if there's just somebody dancing in Fortnite, like in the middle of a battle and shit. But that's how these people think.
That's exactly.
They spend so much time in this reality, so they're like, look at the lights. Like, you know, it'd be funny if I was just like,
Yo, bro, TikTok this, bro. Yo, God, yo, on God, for real, for real.
So-
Yo, this, I'm a dance. It's bussin'.
Cap.
It's no cap.
my buddy Taylor's got the new iPhone.
So-
the video quality's unreal.
That's
sick, bro.
That's a and we could sit here and debate and discuss and probably agree upon a lot of things of when the car scene started to take a wrong turn. I think that coincides with the growth of social media and
Where did
internet attention.
2015.
Where did it go wrong, though? Because I feel like
Oh no,
you
it's
guys have
before
been
that.
watching
there's
the
always
Dahmer
a
series
tipping
on
point.
Netflix.
I haven't watched it yet. No.
I just feel like his dad. Just looking at the car scene, like, how did this happen? How did we get here?
How did we
Because
get
there's
here?
more young people getting involved in it, and the more naive like all the young people are.
Yeah,
the
but
It's
we
easier-
just
didn't
there's
do
a
that shit.
there's a so that's the
Yeah,
thing
because
that's
we didn't have cars like they have today either. Like I don't know. I don't feel like anybody had shit like that when I was younger.
I
Jettas.
I think the ability to become, dare I say, famous via something viral or how easy it could be
Oh, that's
wasn't
definitely new.
there. So now the lure to do something real fucking stupid. Look at me dance. You fucking moron again. You
probably got
fucking moron if anybody ever
25,000
hears this.
likes on TikTok.
That's
So,
exactly
like,
it. I got a great idea, Jimmy. I'm going to fucking dance in front of this cop car.
Oh, on God, for real, busted.
You're going to look so fucking cool,
No
Stuart,
cap, bro.
while you do that. Wow.
Look what I can do.
That's exactly
Either that or it's just the girlfriend. There's just the girlfriend that's behind them just filming with like one arm.
Wait. This is
Pissed.
a little off topic. Have you guys ever seen the thread of angry girlfriends from H2O?
No.
So somebody would make a thread on like Vortex and they just take pictures of all the angry girlfriends to see going up
You
and
know
down
what?
Ocean City.
I vaguely remember that now. Holy shit.
people at
That's
Walmart.com.
that's an OG.
Actually, I do remember that because this kid Sebastian's girlfriend was pissed.
Sitting in the car
So-
angry.
So
Yeah.
mad.
Side.
That's a
He-
lot of them.
He had the hottest rollers of all time of that yellow EK, and she's just furious.
Oh, S. Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tyler Page in the chat. Yeah, I don't know where I got kind of lost on that, but no, the problem is the fucking genie's out of the bottle, and I don't think we're ever gonna get it back because
No.
there's so many things against car enthusiasts in general now, and this just continues to pile on, and this will make it easier for authority figures to grasp that power and really choke down on things and make it, dare I say, not illegal, but tougher and tougher to hold cool events and cool places and hope that cool people show up. Anybody that holds an event like that or any type of event, destination type event now, is putting themselves at risk. You have to. Now, I wish I was trying to have somebody in who went to Roots Classic, because stark contrast, right? Roots Classic happened 2 weeks-ish before this fucking fiasco in Wildwood, New Jersey.
It was a great time.
And it looked like again, I'm not like super enthusiastic about going to shows anymore. I just like kind of hanging out, doing our own stuff. That I'm like, fuck, I want to go to that show. That looks cool. Cool venue, cool scenery, a lot of great cars. That all went off without a hitch. And I heard many people say that was like one of the best shows all year. I can't wait for next year. Everybody's super excited.
I think it's like they got to stop. So, did H2O move the whole show called H2O to Atlanta?
No, that was moved to,
Or the
I
city,
believe it was
whatever?
trying to be, a comeback was trying to be made in Atlantic City. Not for 2+ years, maybe, I think, something like that.
But they put the actual H2O car name on it? Or did these kids just say, we're going
No,
to
no,
have
no.
H2OI?
These kids just called it. They took the name, which is not rightfully theirs, and that's what they called it. They're calling it. They don't even know what the name means, realistically.
No.
They think, in truth, we've seen a lot of jokes, people saying, "Oh, because water," and they're like, they have no idea that it's because of fucking water cooled, Volkswagens. It's just like Not a clue. So again, and Raph said like 2015 earlier. I think it was beyond that. It's like 2012, 2011. That's where like you started to see the downfall of, oh shit, this is getting out of hand.
Well, yeah, every year there was the thing.
It got worse and worse, and that was the, dare I say, slow build, or not even slow build, because it got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I want no fucking part of going to Ocean City in like 2013 or 14. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking bothering. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to be a part of or deal with. And again, that was then. Fast forward now, almost 10 years later, and we're at the point of just this shit non-car enthusiast mentality, but somehow involving cars. Again, the shit that happened in Wildwood, takeovers anywhere in general. Like, I still, again, talk about another fucking bunch of morons. I don't understand it.
H2O turned into a takeover.
Yes, that's
it is
exactly-
actively what it is.
Yeah.
But like, there were scenarios where kids were doing donuts in intersections and shit, and it was that.
Trying to like
They
one
would
up.
very promptly get arrested.
Yeah, they would
though.
very
I'd be proud of
probably
it,
get.
too.
But that so, and that's part of the issue is, you know, then it gets to a point where it's just so difficult to police
Yeah,
because there's so many people and you can't be everywhere at once.
Well, they'll walk in front of police cars.
And that's
They don't
that's
care.
right.
They don't care.
And then that's why I believe last year, year before, whatever it was, in Ocean City, they implemented that fucking
fence thing.
the fence where there was like one lane for almost the entire strip.
Yeah, it's not
And you
even fun to
couldn't go
drive.
down the whole strip. You had to go off and turn around. So like they made it as difficult as possible purposely so you couldn't cruise the strip again to try to push people
They
away.
were trying to avoid this, though.
And that's exactly it.
essentially-
This is, and it happened. I believe somebody died in Ocean City a year or two or whatever,
Yeah,
a
it
few
was
years back.
2019.
Again, I don't know the scenarios of why or whatever, but
Dude, the last time I was at H2O, there was a police chase with shooting, and then the guy jumped into the water and swam to secrets.
Oh yeah, that was.
yeah.
And
There
I
was helicopters
watched
and-
like SWAT pull him out of the water,
So-
and they dragged him through the bar.
that year was 2019.
They dragged him through the
Ocean
bar that you
City-
were in.
Yes. I literally, everybody, the music stopped. Everybody just watched this guy get dragged through, and then the music came back on like a movie.
I just, it's one of those things. Like, when did it turn from mischief and kind of like, you know,
Tee small burnout.
on the edge of certain things to full blown
Wild
like
West.
fuck
Escalation.
authority, but not in like,
I feel like what happened was people stopped. Originally, everyone went to go hang out with friends you haven't seen all year long, and it turned into like somebody said over here. Everyone was just doing stupid stuff for the after movies, for popularity and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't think we could blame it specifically on the
it was a part of
Well,
it.
not just that.
I think a lot of people who started it, right, became like very cool, and then cool, quote, whatever you want to feel about it. Other people want to be cool, so they'll act up and do something crazy.
And it's
to
the
be
same
cool.
same thing. Like I said, you can take, it's that same mentality of social media in general.
Yeah, like
Doesn't
they're-
matter. Doesn't matter the location or even the thing.
No,
It's just if somebody
It's
else
just by
sees
any
it, they
means.
want to try it. Right.
right.
Exactly.
By any means necessary, they were doing ridiculous shit to try and get.
Yep.
Like, for example, when Jake Looney did a burnout in his Civic, a lot of people called him a shithead for it,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's cool," because the cops didn't. I mean, nobody really gave a shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have kids doing burnouts in intersections and hitting shit.
Right. Or people or whatever.
It's like it was different, two different things, I guess.
Now I think it's true. It's just gone. The second you start getting up to a certain amount of crowd, that's it. It's over.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I think there's somewhere in the middle that you can.
It
find.
has to be. I think the destination thing was like spot on. 'Cause
Yeah.
If you have somewhere that's not easily accessible,
Yeah.
like it's different. Like that's why the first time I went to Fieldworks, I think was like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so far out that there isn't that draw where there's like that many people and you're like, oh, this person's just gonna walk in. When you're obviously in a spot like Jersey or even Ocean City, Maryland.
Right. So that's things like Ocean City is one thing, but Jersey, I don't even
Jersey's
know.
wild to begin with.
Wildwood,
Yeah.
Wildwood in general, I don't know how accessible that is off the top of my head. Like, I know it's a ways away from here, but, you know, is somebody, I don't even know a fucking big city in Jersey, honestly.
all of it. I mean, just think
Sheboygan.
all of it. Salisbury Ketchup. all those people, like that whole area is very close. Like huge car community
Right,
in New
so
York,
it-
New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
It's sort of like having a destination event in New York City.
yeah, it's
know.
like the Bermuda Triangle. It's like
People
you
from
just-
New York City can drive
Right.
an hour.
Right.
To get there.
That's
Yeah.
and is that part of the problem for
not that
for
New
this?
York is the problem or New Jersey is the problem. It's just
the amount of people
You said
that
what you
have
said.
access is the problem.
yeah, you're
That's right.
centralizing something. It's like I don't know. It's like when you whatever. You're
Wow.
you're
Calm
building in the
down
center
over
of a
there, Shook.
tornado. You know what I mean?
Words by Shook.
There's a lot of shit all around.
Shitstorm.
Shit storm. If you build it in the shit storm, you're gonna get
Right.
shit.
Right.
You're gonna get a pile of shit.
If you build it in shit tornado alley, the likelihood of getting hit by a shit tornado is high.
Yeah. And if you build it in North Carolina, you're gonna get a fantastic steak dinner and people are gonna say y'all.
Hopefully.
Can I tell you that when
Hopefully
I heard
that-
no?
Although
come
we've
on.
seen, and I have to say, like we've seen this again in what is it called? I don't even know. They just had the show again this year, but in Helen, Georgia.
Oh, I really
Alpine.
want to go to that, man.
Yeah, right. It was Alpine Volks Fair,
Yeah.
but it was solo,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it got again to the point where this is unmanageable. There's too many fucking dummies. I mean, I think they were throwing rocks at cars, people. They're like,
What's crazy about that? Helen's very deep into the mountains.
Right.
It's very out of the way.
that, and that's what I mean by doesn't matter.
So
As soon as it
destination
gets
is
to
not
a
a thing.
point, yeah.
No, like it's deep.
I think it
It's
was
in Northern
Solo
Georgia.
where a kid showed up in a Civic and they threw a glass bottle at his car.
Prove it.
Possibly.
I have to
Could have
find-
been.
I
Could have
have
been.
to find the thread because
People trying to protect the again from from the stuff that happened at Ocean City. There are people who are very protective of certain scenes that are gonna
Well,
act dumb as well and fucking
just like H2O, Solo was originally a Volkswagen Audi show. So
Yeah.
they try to keep outsiders out originally.
Yeah, but I mean,
again that's
Speaking-
there's no definitive person, place, or thing that causes this. It's just once the genie's out of the bottle and everybody starts to see what it is. Wow, that's cool. Idiots will travel.
oh yeah.
That's it. Doesn't matter.
I don't know about 10 hours, but they'll definitely
fly
drive.
herds.
It's not 10 hours for everyone.
That's
And
that's
not
the
all
thing.
Virginia
idiots
will
come
come
from where you
stand up as long as Virginia doesn't hear about it.
Keep
They're gonna show up.
Some bad cars from Virginia, man. It was like every car. I'm like, terrible Virginia, terrible Virginia. If you're
I feel
from
like every
Virginia,
state has
I'm
a
sorry.
cluster of bad
Philly
cars.
is the big city in South Jersey. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
the people in Philly are pissed off because Geno's and Pat sucks, so they just leave and cause havoc. In
No,
other
the
Oh,
places.
people
you are
in
just-
Philly are just pissed off because they're in Philly and they're pissed off.
and their streets are covered
You
in
chose
trash.
violence today.
The
didn't you,
streets have
Shook?
no name, buddy.
Yeah, because you can't see them. It's covered by a tall bag of garbage. I walked to Geno's in utter disgust.
Tell
and
them
then
how you
I-
really feel.
Angry the
Walked
whole
home.
time.
I walked home pissed off.
Bring a broom next time.
There's
Throw
not
some of
enough,
the trash out.
not enough brooms in the world.
So here's a callback, and again, we kind of already get into this, but Zach Skinner, he sends an email, sent a DM, left me a voicemail, sent a pigeon, but he was very adamant about this, and he just
Did
said,
he do
"Hey,
all of those things?
no, I'm just kidding. Hey guys, love the podcast. Always listen in every week. Hopefully see you guys over at Fieldworks. Now I understand you guys have your own topics to talk about, but I feel like you guys should do a topic about takeovers. I'm sure you guys heard about the recent unfortunate events that happened at Wildwood. It's starting to ruin our car culture and put a bad taste in everyone's mouth about guys who enjoy cars. Thanks guys. Have a great week." Sent from his iPhone.
Sent from his iPhone.
But no, it truly is because now, if you're a resident in that Wildwood area or one of these other areas, like you're not going to, sure you want to make money on off season, but you're going to be less apt to be like, fuck that. My whatever got destroyed. There's fucking, I don't know, pee everywhere.
That's how it's pee.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
But that's how HUL was. It was like you'd walk into somebody, they'd be like, "We fucking love you guys. Like, we didn't know we were gonna do this much business.
Right.
We're so psyched." And
But you
or
can-
you could run to the other guys who are like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, because that
crash your car.
because that's your dude's windows get smashed in or whatever it might be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
you know,
I'd be
it-
pissed off.
There can be vast differences and what happens to whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It sucks. And again, it's just another, what do you call it? Arrow queued up for the dying breed that is car enthusiasts.
Yeah, it makes you feel. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you after seeing that, right? Like, God forbid I ever had to drive my modified car through Wildwoods. I'm like, these people think I'm a fucking idiot because some 16-year-old kid with a G37 was on God bussing for real in an intersection, and now I have to.
Well, that's just one incident. That's the worst of it.
Yeah,
But just imagine all the shit we don't see.
I mean,
Yeah,
these
there's
stigmas
tons
are
of
gonna they've always existed and they're always gonna continue to exist. Like, think about anybody that rides a Harley or a motorcycle and like tattoos and like the whole stigma with that. Like, it's eventually going to go, but right now it's just kind of a fresh wound. So I feel like that's where the majority of it is. Like, I'm not worried about it destroying the car scene in every place.
Oh, no.
to me.
I just mean this. There's people who are going to want the car scene destroyed anyway.
They always have.
And
it's
but
the
now
same
is the
thing.
real time it's going to happen because of EVs, and it's going to take a while. But this is
You've seen iRobot. We're gonna come back.
That's-
We're gonna have them in garages and shit. Like, we don't have
you mean
to worry
the
about
motorcycle that blew up?
Yeah, whatever. It's our cars still stand chances of blowing up right now. It doesn't matter. whether
I
it's
just
there or
think
not.
it's not. It's the worst possible scenario to show. Like, why do people even need to have cars still?
we're just over connected. Like, that's the
That's the
bottom line of everything. It's
two-
like, you can see everything.
Right.
This stuff has happened regardless, but like now it's just always front page.
It's outright.
because it blows up.
And
so
it's
quickly.
the biggest thing is in the court of public opinion. That's all
Right.
that ultimately
you will
matters.
be judged by a group of your peers.
That's
on the internet.
Yeah, or even locally again, because that's how
in the world.
they can easily put a stop
kid.
to. No, we won't accept any of these shows. We won't allow any of these shows to take place or whatever to take place. And again, I mentioned Roots Classic. That was awesome. Everybody was psyched about that. But what if I don't know? But what if the people of Wildwood are like, no more of this?
Right.
Now the other thing too. Wildwood is also the host location for Trog, which is the Race of Gentlemen, which has been one of the coolest races, gigantic crowds, gigantic Harley-based crowds for, I think, over 10 years now. I've never heard anything like negative about that. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's incidents.
But
People
that's
get drunk
also-
and
that's
dumb,
like a
but
production. Like, there's no way that this whole H2OI thing, it's like a pop-up, right?
right, it is
Like,
truly
if
a
I
pop-up.
understand it was just a pop-up.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah,
no,
nothing's sanctioned.
Trog is crazy
Yeah.
because there are ticket sales and like they close down the whole beach. Like, that's something that's a little bit more sanctioned. I think this was just the bastard child.
It just, and I hope the people of Wildwood recognize that. That's kind of the takeaway, is if they're at some point they're like, no, fuck this.
Right.
I don't know.
They probably like seeing Trog.
I would hope
cars
so.
Go down the beach like that.
Right, right. And I could see that being more accepted because it's old stuff.
Right.
It's, there's a vintage thing. There's a whole kind of show and pop and circumstances involved with that versus whatever this disaster was.
I think it's no matter what, you're still going to have. I don't think it matters how good or bad the group is, right? Like, you're still going to have people who judge it regardless. You're going to have the group of people who are like, oh, cars are stupid. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to have the group of people who are like, oh, that's great. My nephew does cars. Go you with your car, And then you'll have people who are really into it that'll attend. And then you have people who just want to be left alone. And the second you do a 360 in an intersection and go bussing through their mailbox
done it
on
again.
God for real,
He's done it
then
again.
you
What's that
start
word
to
again?
get bussing.
Yeah.
You start. I mean, that's where people get pissed off. I mean, when stuff keeps happening year after year after year after year, and then you have local SWAT teams driving around.
That's the thing. Is right. That's a good example of the worst I seen at H2O is some drunk assholes getting locked up.
yeah, like
And there was a couple cops, and most of the cops when I was there were like, "Yeah, just keep them off the sidewalk or whatever."
I mean, like, the right people go to the right shows. Like, when do you know
So
people like that? At least that are like decent people that are in the scene that have been like, yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I was at this super fucked up event. Like it's
That's
very
so
rare.
that's
Like,
the thing
you
is
get
I
that
don't
very
know
rare.
right anybody in our circles, if you will. I don't know anybody that went, thankfully. But it's just whenever it transitioned from, I mean, truthfully, because like, why would anybody who kind of we know or is really involved in the scene go to that? Because they know, no, it's a bunch of fucking clowns.
It's so many clowns. The problem, though, man, and it's like everybody's posting about it. This is like the RIP H2O week, and it kills me.
Right.
You could walk, and I was even talking to my buddy who I just met actually in OBX. It's a friend of Garrett P. Johnny from England. Roll Hard, Mr. Johnny Roll Hard.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, it's 7 a.m. Like, I would wake up early before anybody else was up, and I would walk the streets of Maryland, and you go through all the parking garages for all the hotels, and you see all these. It's abandoned at that time because everybody's hungover or sleeping or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just silence and cars.
Yep.
And sick
An
cars.
awesome scene.
So many sick cars, all parked, taking pictures. It's great. Like, even setting something like that up now, you'll get maybe what? Like, because, this was for second year of OBX. Like I said, 60 cars. They're spread out. Everybody has beach houses all over. It's not like 55th or whatever the cool guy bag rider's house was, whatever that street was, 52nd. Like, it's not like you could pull up to that street and expect to see sick shit. It's not like that. And to build something like that is not quick. So it's like pain. It's pain to think, like, I'm not going to attend another show that's as cool as that, where you could just throw a rock, and within that distance, you're looking at, like, the sickest lineup of shit.
Because it brought that show, H2O, the real one, the actual one, brought cars from literally all over the U.S. and in some cases, other countries.
Yeah. And it was sick.
Yeah. It was probably the only place where it got to that level, that many of, PVW cover cars.
Everywhere.
Just right.
And it was so cool
There
to, like,
in the flesh.
pull into a lot and pop up meet.
Mhm.
Cruising on the strip, pop up cruise. Like,
Honestly, you don't even have to pull into a lot. You just pull a chair out, sit on the sidewalk, and you'll
Right.
see
You'd
these
watch and
things
go by.
drive
Right.
Yeah.
you're not there. I don't think that we will in our lifetime have something that good.
I don't know. And I think,
You
right.
already experienced it. And don't put it out again forever. Why?
Because I don't think it'll happen. Like, I don't think we'll get that again.
Some negative ass bullshit.
Because he's kind of right. Like, Josh is right. Like, if you have, I think he's right. Like, it's gonna go from, OBX 1, 2, 3 is chill, and then 4 explosive diarrhea, and then we're fucked, and we have to find another venue.
Well, that's it. And my question is, how do you police that?
You can't. That's
The thing. It's impossible.
Anybody could go. Like, I know it's like an invite only thing,
Male RSVP only.
but like you could just go.
Smoke signals.
I could have just went.
Because all it takes is to happen to know the weekend and the location. That's it.
Right.
And that.
And I think it should be bigger. Like, I think car enthusiasts should go. Again, like, I don't think anybody that listens to this podcast is out there doing donuts in a G37, but
Sure.
Picoots.
Picoots.
He's like listening right now doing a donut. He's like, shit.
Son of a bitch.
Arm out the
Damn
window.
it.
In his defense, he's trying to use it on a track and learn.
Nothing happened.
Magnets?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
just
They're
little,
stuck.
little stickies. I should
That
switch them.
looked like a magnet.
I should switch them to
The way
magnets.
he's
That's a great idea.
Yeah, right.
Although, is that topper? I think this might be aluminum.
Is that a Civic Type R? What's
No,
going
that's
on
a-
there?
Just get a double-sided magnet with stickies on it.
That's Project 8, buddy. Jaguar.
It looks
right
like the
in
new
his face.
Type R from the
I
back.
was behind one of the new Jaguar SUVs today. Sounded very
The
good.
E-Pace or
I think it was F-Pace.
okay, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice. I like
Crazy
those.
aero kit.
Yeah. Those are cool.
Wow.
One is there in white. They look very good.
When did we get a Misfit mask?
I purchased that this weekend
Looks good,
because
doesn't
I
it?
was in Salem.
How was that?
Witchy.
Salem is really cool once you get there and find a parking spot.
Yeah.
But getting there and finding a parking spot, I have zero patience for anything.
Yeah, same.
My wife had to calm me down. stop with my tunnel vision. Don't flip
Joshy,
out.
Joshy,
How many
stop.
Han Solo costumes were there?
I didn't see any Han Solo costumes.
No?
A lot of witches.
A lot of witches?
Yeah, a lot of witches. A lot of Pennywise, or a couple Pennywise.
There were at least 100 Han Solo costumes.
Yeah, there
Maybe they must come out at
They've
night.
definitely morphed a little bit. There's hats involved now, but it's
I hate Pennywise, dude.
There was
if one guy walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, Georgie," I'd be like, "You get the fuck away from me, clown."
you're just scared. Is that what it is?
I don't like it.
It does. Yeah.
Don't fucking-
There was what do
if
you
they
call
hug
it?
you?
What?
What if they hugs you?
Pennywise?
Yeah.
I will uppercut you.
My wife took a picture with Pennywise.
Should uppercut him.
But no, Salem's cool. A lot of cool stuff to do. It's perfect kind of pre-fall getaway.
Cider donuts?
No cider donuts.
Crazy.
No.
it wasn't a fall getaway.
We didn't
Wasn't
have
a
any
fall
of those.
getaway.
We had some macaroons.
Were they pumpkin
some of those.
spice flavored?
The only reason
No,
that
it was
I
like a
know
mix
that
of
is
them.
because of Great British Baking Show. I didn't know they were macaroons.
Macaroons? Yeah, there's macarons and macaroons.
What's the difference?
I don't know the difference.
There's a difference. I don't know what it is either. I just know there's a difference.
One's made with nutmeg and the other's not.
One's a roan, one's a roan.
Chat, do your thing.
Yeah,
So
somebody Google
Find
that
out
for
the
me.
difference
So-
between macarons and macaroons.
also stood in Lynn, Mass. Nobody needs to go to Lynn, Mass.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
Oh, Lynn?
on purpose.
Mass,
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
No, the Airbnb was cool. Had a cool little roof deck and stuff. We watched a gang fight outside.
That's sick.
no shit.
Did
Or
you
at
yell
least
World Star?
almost. It wasn't. We don't know what happened, but something transpired which triggered this one gentleman, who was just really very upper
He
echelon,
must have been from Lynn, Mass.
who just started running down the street chasing a car, yelling very vulgar obscenities at this car.
What colors was he wearing?
Camo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What obscenities? Was he like,
How'd you see him?
"Hello, sir.
Lots of forbidden words.
Come back here, you snilly snelly."
Yeah, scallywag.
Also, the word bitch was in there a lot, but that was just like the appetizer. The rest of the words.
The appetizer.
Space bar.
That's exactly
Space
It
bar?
was the space bar of the other words. That's exactly it. It was a placeholder. That was until we got to the next one.
You beep beep bitch. Beep,
He was
beep, beep,
chasing,
beep, bitch.
but yeah, he was
breath.
chasing what we believe is a car, which obviously the car outran him.
Yes.
But then he turned around and proceeded to continue using bitch as a space bar all the way back to his stoop, where him and his other buddies hung out for a little while. And then they quieted down.
That's big Chihuahua vibes. They yell at you, bark you, chase you, and then go back to their place.
Yeah. Sometimes you
Yeah,
gotta let the
yeah.
energy out.
Yeah, I mean, right.
People aren't walking
You never
enough
know.
during the day. That guy's under 10,000 steps.
But
for
it was
sure.
very fun little trip. Lynn, Mass is wild. We drove right through it. We were in the thick of it. Nice little restaurant.
Think of it.
Somebody's proud of the thickness of your beard. Too,
I saw
Chuck.
that.
Look at that.
Pecoots.
You know,
He's
if you
gone
rub it,
2
you get
weeks
good
and
luck.
grows a full fucking,
Yeah, I'm putting on my best fucking kingdom.
Winter is coming.
You
Yeah.
sneezed and that thing grew like that.
I'm putting on my best last kingdom. I'm gonna be a Viking.
I
for
thought it was the
Halloween.
jacket at first, and I was like, it's kind of the jacket, but
Is that going to be your Lock City costume?
What?
The Viking?
Yeah, I'm gonna be Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Sure.
hair braid and all?
I fucking wish, dude.
Just do it.
What a perfect hair.
Get extensions.
That guy just has perfect hair.
Put on a ball
perfect
cap.
hair.
You want some locks?
Dude, my hair just grows like within itself and then gets like domier.
Your beard and your top head hair are the same.
Yeah, it's like Brillo pad. And if I could, oh God, if I could have that braid, man, I'd just be fucking.
Just
out
get
here.
some hair extensions.
I'd just be walking into customer sites like, I'm Dan. I'm here to fix your computers.
You've got the virus.
You could pull off a Dutch accent, though.
Bring
No,
me
that's
a,
just the weird one
bring
from.
me your strongest computer.
I dare you to bring me your computer. I will fix it in front of you.
Reminds me of the old Volkswagen
Because I'm
commercials.
Dan. Oh, yeah, the Pimp Your Auto.
V-dub.
In the house.
Any more callbacks? Anything?
I got jack shit, dude.
Okay. I figured as much.
He didn't do his homework.
Yeah.
A lot of, I feel like I got some DMs about him, about stuff that I maybe have said in a past life on the A lot of people message me about the things that I say. Mostly,
Yeah, it turns out this is recorded.
yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Like I'll say something and I think it's just ether,
Mhm.
and then I'll get like 15 DMs. Like my actual DMs are there's no rhyme or reason anymore. It's just
So a lot of people slide in your DMs.
it's nonsense.
Daily. I'm one of
Right.
them.
Nonsense is the best term.
There's so much nonsense.
It doesn't matter. It could be glizzies, could be
Uh,
cars, could be whatever.
You know what? I have right before I went on vacation, I went to DJ from the Oaks Club over there, had a little barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
and Lane from chat
My man.
was
Big
there
Shouts Lane.
and
Good
took
dude.
pictures of my car that made me really happy. So thank you, Lane.
Your Stance race car.
Stance car, race car, yeah, best car.
Still a Honda.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I just want to give shouts to Lane. I don't really have any other. I mean, there's a ton of shit in here.
Nothing.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Thank you for anybody who DMs me. about
really,
that?
can really see your appreciation for it.
I just, it's so much. Can confirm has slid into his DMs. See?
Great
Tyler
speech.
Page.
Great speech.
Did he reply?
Mullet over beard. I kind of miss the mullet. Shouts out to Neat Drift Club too. Good guys.
You should bring it back.
Oh, I took good pictures. Oh, yeah. Lane took good pictures of Hank.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Lane always.
Oh,
takes
I got to
good
spend
pictures.
vacation with Mr.
Lane is
Pudva.
best.
Yeah, big shouts, bud.
Oh, big overland guy.
He's into the overland
Yeah,
now?
we're driving out on the beach
Oh, yeah, I seen
in
that.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
You have to.
I
though.
scared him.
That's
if you
like part of it. That's
the-
part of Outer Banks.
I put my phone out the window to his window, and he was like, I thought we were getting passed by a Mustang. Like a horse or something. I forgot what he said, but we were cracking up.
He's got Mustangs on the brain.
Mustangs on the brain. Yeah, that's it. What else you got? You got anything?
No, I don't have any other callbacks. I
You
think
got
that's
anything?
I wish I would have known.
Okay.
I should have done my homework.
it. That's all
Great.
right.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
We can do a brief B for B breakdown. We'll do that. What is B for B, you ask? Well, B for B, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, is how we keep the lights on in our studio. And that is with your help. And that is via donations. Go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for a monthly donation of $2, $5, or $10 or $20, I think, something like that. I can't remember exactly. I haven't looked at it in a little bit. But again, for less than a coffee a month, you can help us out. And if you didn't notice, we don't have any large advertisements before the beginning of the show like we did at one point. And then we said, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We want to keep things as streamlined as possible and get you to the meat of the episodes as fast as we can. So
Yeah, our London broil, if you will.
the old
Potatoes.
top sirloin.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old filet mignon.
Yeah. So with doing that, again, we will accept your donations as B for B subscribers. If you're an active B for B subscriber, you will receive some things in the mail from time to time, whether it be stickers. Stickers shook. That's another callback.
Grumpy.
Yeah. People still looking for some stickers.
So many people.
There's been
Lots of
threats.
people. So you'll get stickers from us. And by us,
Yes.
I mean probably my wife, because she puts them in an envelope and physically mails them for us because she's wonderful. Matter of fact, today I mailed out a bunch. So you'll get things like that, maybe air fresheners, maybe postcards. And that's how, like I said, we do these things. We do have merch. We do have all that sort of stuff. We have coffee, which you can get some coffee from us at Fieldworks this Sunday coming up, and potentially some other events, our donut meets, things like that. So sure, but that stuff's a little difficult to turn around at such a fast pace. And, we don't want you to have to buy a t-shirt every month or anything like that. So, kick us a couple bucks. That helps us out, and makes it possible for us to continue doing this as well as the other shows to continue doing this. So, we have what we refer to, what is it, the rating? What is it? What is the rating?
Bucks per
Bucks
listen.
per listen?
Oh, it's like,
The
What do you
BPL.
mean?
BPL, the BPL.
yeah, BPL from NASA.
We have a BPL that we send a bunch of numbers and analytics over to our NASA-based storage Brian guy.
It's right across the street, conveniently located in East Providence.
We have a fiber wire, just connects right to him.
Right to him.
Direct line.
Yeah,
Direct line.
He spins the old mouse wheel, and eventually he kicks out a number. and that is the BPL number. Last week, I cannot remember. I think we were strong double digits. I can't remember if anybody in the chat was listening.
Wait, I thought we used the bank teller tubes?
Right, the old
We're on FiberWire now?
the old suck tube.
I thought we put the thing in the tube and it went yeah.
No, FiberWire now.
FiberWire now?
Yeah, we upgraded. 2022,
Go back
baby.
Thanks,
the
Bucks
old
of the
system.
Boys, guys.
If they can, if NASA or whomever is controlling space these days can move a fucking asteroid, we can have a
Did they do
FiberWire.
that?
Yeah.
Did that actually happen?
They bumped an asteroid.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that they were
yeah.
getting ready for it. I
Yeah,
didn't
like
know it was
6.7 million miles away, I think.
They bumped
Bumped it off course. They wanted to change the course of that asteroid.
Where was
Oh,
it
that's
going to
a
go?
flex.
Nowhere.
They were just seeing.
They were just
They
testing.
were like, listen, I've watched Armageddon
Yeah.
7,000
So what you're
times.
telling me is now another planet could be in danger because they've changed the...
Yeah, 100%.
Clearly, it was Americans.
Maybe
Some
we
aliens
just
were like,
saved
oh shit!
someone.
Like as soon as they blew it up,
That is future America's problem.
there Bruce Willis is currently...
Do you know how much
the
debt
alien
I have?
equivalent of Bruce Willis is on
Right.
a fucking spaceship right now.
Earth 3.7, their fucking satellites just went beep, beep.
It's like the Fifth Element. It's coming at us at an alarming rate of speed. There, Gary Busey is just on the spaceship, just ready to go. We're gonna fucking blow it up, however he talks.
I was nowhere near.
He sounds like a rat.
No, he's got like a throaty.
Gary Busey?
Busey.
Busey.
Mhm.
There's some
Busey.
Crazy Eyes?
Yeah.
That's not Gary
got into a-
Busey.
Wait,
he got
who's
into
crazy?
Crazy Eyes?
He doesn't have crazy. He's got like his face is not.
You talking about Steve Buscemi?
Oh, that's
Steve
that's
Buscemi.
okay.
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Buscemi, right? That's
Who the hell's Gary Busey?
Gary Busey.
He's the blonde guy.
Yeah, he's
like
he's
a
the guy who
blonde-
kind of looks like Nick Nolte, but isn't Nick Nolte.
I don't know.
I can't think of it.
did
He
you
was
get
in
Gary
Gary Busey was in that movie that Keanu Reeves was in, and Patrick Swayze.
He's even more
Fuck
confused.
He's
Did-
very rememberable, but
Yeah.
also very forgettable.
What the hell's the name of that movie?
Were there like
They're
bros?
like surfers.
Oh
they
yeah,
rob banks.
Bill and Ted's Epic Adventure.
Nope, not Bill and Ted. Nope, not that one. Point Break.
Point Break.
Gary Busey
Gary Busey
is the
a
other
very
detective that
ugly man.
Keanu Reeves, I believe, unless that's. Yeah, there we
okay.
go.
Yeah,
see?
it does have crazy
No,
eyes.
you're correct.
Yeah. Steve
know what?
Buscemi.
Like, I
Steve
get it.
Buscemi.
Do you know why Gary Busey has crazy eyes? I didn't know this.
From crack?
No. Well, I mean, that might be
Oh.
involved now, but he
Point
got into a really bad.
Chat on the Point
Big
Break.
show to the Point Break crew.
Oh, don't make me feel bad about
You guys
this.
are late though.
He
Get
got
it
into a
together.
really
30
bad
seconds.
motorcycle accident.
Really?
No helmet, flew off, skidded into a curb.
That's why he looks
Head
like
first.
He looks like he's permanently shot.
No, he looks like Jim Carrey from that Saturday Night Live skit where he was always getting blown
Let me
up.
tell you something. Fire Marshal
I know
Bill.
a thing or two about electric.
I was just showing my daughter that the other day.
Oh,
Like, you gotta watch this guy.
Timeless.
Let me tell you
comedy.
something.
I fucking love, dude, Jim Carrey, man.
Oh, he's the best. The best.
Guano balls. Collect those.
Your balls are showing.
Yeah.
That's so
Bumblebee
good.
tuna.
Oh, it's
Bumblebee
so good.
tuna.
Well, anyway, that is the B for B. In our BPL, we are a very soft 9. We're almost an 8. We're so soft, we're almost an 8.
It's still a solid number.
That's still pretty good.
Fill in the wallet.
I don't know. I'm
Going on a
sad.
scale of 10.
9's a pretty big number.
Right.
I mean, I've been making it for years with 3, so.
So that is our B for B. Again, you can subscribe at revivalmotoring.com. Go to the shop page and you will see, again, there's merch up there if you want. There is the B for B sub. You can do that if you feel obliged to want to help us out. And big shouts to everybody who already does help us out. So let me hit this button now. News.
It took everything in my body to not do it.
I was waiting for you to
Do what?
it.
The Chuck. His thing.
Oh,
I always want to do it, even when he's doing it. But I like to listen to him do it.
You admire him.
wow.
Yeah.
You got any news?
I like to watch. No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I got something.
what do you got?
This is hard hitting stuff. It's going to be wonderful.
Oh, boy.
This comes from moneygeek.com. They did a study road conditions and spending by state. Does more money mean better roads?
No.
Key findings. About 9% of U.S. roads are in poor condition. Just keep that in the back
Did
of
that
your
say
mind.
they all here?
9%?
9%.
Are they
So
all here
just
in
keep
Rhode
that in mind.
No, they're
Just
all in
for
Connecticut
Fuck
No.
another bullet point here.
and Providence.
California and Rhode Island were the states ranked worst for road roughness,
Amen.
with 44% and 41% of roads in poor condition.
It's almost like you
Wow.
wonder where the tax dollars go here.
New Hampshire and Alabama
My
had the
house.
best roads in the U.S. and spent some of the lowest capital outlay per mile, $9.82 and $6.44 per mile, respectively.
Why do you think that is, though? Because they
we have dumbass engineers.
Yeah, but
Just
New
don't
Hampshire
do
gets
a good job.
clobbered by snow.
Right, but
they
there's
use it
way
They
less.
don't use a lot of salt. They use like beet juice or something. Like they literally seriously they use some other
They
shit.
what?
I don't know, man. There's
Snake
something
oil.
different up there.
What did you just say?
Beets. They use beets.
Yeah, what are those
That's why
guys
the
called?
roads are red.
They churn the butter. What are
Have you
those
ever
guys?
really looked at the
Oh.
roads? They're red.
Amish?
Yeah, they got the Amish out there, cart and wagon, just beating the road. Jebediah, spread the beet juice.
Ezekiel, slow it down.
We've waited all year for this crop.
So let's see. States generally spend in proportion to how much their roads are utilized. So that's what I was going to say about New Hampshire. Way less utilization of roads. Way less people.
Less people.
Makes
Less
sense.
oil leaking all over their roads.
Less
I feel like the
tractor
oil,
trailers
like,
coming
leak
to
it
an
up.
abrupt stop, ripping things up.
all
Reflecting
smells.
both the need to address wear and tear and how roads are funded, typically via gas taxes. However, how much each state spends on roads has no correlation with road quality, as we can tell with Rhode Island, after adjusting for vehicle miles. I just thought that was some, let's see, they provide a road roughness index rank.
What did Rhode Island spend per mile on their roadways, though?
Uh,
That's the
that
question.
I
That's true
do
fee.
not see, and I don't think this. Ooh, yes, it does. Wow, holy shit! Big shouts to Money
Let's
Geek.
go.
What a fucking website. So,
Give me the deets.
Rhode Island ranks number 2. Road roughness index ranking of 149. Percent poor condition, 41%. Percent good condition, 27%. That math doesn't add up, but let's not ask questions.
Where's the rest of it? Intermediate condition.
Capital
Beaches.
outlay rank number 1. Capital outlays
Let's
per
go.
lane mile. Holy
Let's go.
fucking
This is what I wanna hear.
shit. The next closest. Actually, hold on.
Think
Let me
about the
find-
Newport Bridge project. That's been going on for what, 10 years?
That is the worst bridge to cross ever.
They're still doing it, though.
I hate bridges.
Remember how I said New Hampshire was $6.44?
We got to be double digits.
I'm not even going to tell you Rhode Island's yet. The next closest to Rhode Island, this is number 2, is $31.77. Rhode
Wait,
Island
100?
comes in at a fucking whopping $42.37 per mile.
Where?
And it's the smallest state. Total
not.
highway spend.
Corruption. It's definitely not corruption.
Total highway spend 1 point. This doesn't make any sense.
We need the mafia to run Rhode Island again.
Do we need to send these numbers to Bob?
1.27 million. I think they spent.
Where's Cianci? Get him over here.
Yeah. Wouldn't happen on Buddy's watch. That is a lot of money for a little state and a lot of shitty roads. So if you are in Rhode Island, you're almost 50% going to be on a shitty road.
Just don't pay your car taxes anymore. Be like me.
Most people don't, I'm sure. They don't. They have insurance. For Rhode Island require insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that then.
Yeah, it's only if you get caught.
You have a 3-month window.
Yeah.
I have a piece of news.
Oh, all right. Please.
Literature.
Acura Integris turbocharged engine wins prestigious
Turbo?
Ward's 10 Best Engines and Propulsion Systems Award. Now, how the fuck does that make any sense? Because it's the same motor from the Civic. Fuck. I'm mad. I'm mad at this.
Somebody greased the skids over there.
It says, with praise for its power, performance, and refinement, the double overhead cam 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine powering the 2023 Acura Integra has received a Ward's 10 Best Engines and Propulsion Systems Award from experts at Ward's Auto.
They probably didn't pay anybody off at Ward's Auto.
No way.
No. Increase the skids. Need a new office. Nope, didn't happen.
The other thing that I had, which is all Honda news, because I
Mhm.
told you that all I ever do is Google Honda news.
This is
I'm a
true.
Honda guy.
Since
2023
not that long ago.
Honda Pilot Trail Sport preview drive. Honda tries its hand at off-roading. Apparently it went great, but I just want to bring up real quick, why and how have they been making off-road vehicles with never trying their hand at off-roading until 2023? What the fuck
Well,
were they
wait,
making
wait.
trucks and
Well, they had
SUVs
The
for?
sales, they knew the
Passport.
sales weren't there anyways. Hey, it's fine. The last Ridgelines did terribly.
Yeah, but the CRVs.
But
That's not even an off-road.
I was
That's
gonna
just
say,
like
that's
an
not
affordable
considered an
family.
off-road.
That's like a family thing.
it's off-road capable to a certain extent.
When
Yeah,
have
but
you
they
seen a
never
lifted
tried it.
one?
But they're not targeting the same market as like a Wrangler.
I guess, but they waited till now to try it?
I don't know. There's not many mountains in Japan. I don't know. I don't have answers for this.
All right. You go, Honda.
Keep
Trail
it up.
Sport package coming soon. It
There
went
it
great.
Keep it up, Honda. Tyler Page in the chat asked if I could show or discuss all of New England or the rest of New England. Let's see if I can do that real quick.
Yeah, where's
So,
Connecticut at? Because the roads that I take to get here,
not good.
I feel
It's like
Connecticut has
Beet juice
better
pre-treat.
roads of Rhode Island.
Unless Tim's fucking with me.
I would say
Beer
it's
and
like Ray
molasses.
Charles. I would say it's like a Stevie Wonder paved him, but we all know he could see.
Wow,
so.
Connecticut's ranked 27.
On worst,
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's top percent.
And it
Connecticut's
looks like
roads are not that bad, dude.
per
I grew up here. When I drive over the line into Connecticut, it is a world.
You could
of
physically
difference.
see it.
there is there's on 95 as soon as you get into Connecticut, significant difference.
Oh, yeah,
I
Connecticut highways,
literally drive.
fine.
Yeah, but even the back roads, Route 6. I go up Route 6 through like Foster, Gloucester, where I grew up, and like into Connecticut. You drive over the line, and I don't have to look at the road anymore.
Yeah, over there's all right, but I'm talking about like
Nobody
where I
goes-
live.
Yeah, that's because
Bristol, New Haven, all that shit's garbage. Anywhere near the city's
Old
trash.
City. It's just like Providence.
Yeah, but pave it. You know.
They do. They just don't do a good job.
I remember the first time I drove through New Haven, it tore my exhaust off my car. I bottomed out and it hit my wastegate tube, and I literally heard something, and then I got home and noticed that I was missing like a piece of my turbo kit.
Well, there's that.
Yep.
How does Iowa have 14? They're ranked 14th with the 14th worst roads. I guess they get a lot of snow.
Paved in 1502.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
Right,
the
it's
only
'cause-
thing that came from Iowa is Slipknot.
I didn't know that. It's whoever is running the Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
You know, that's
they-
the road.
the
It's
guy-
not changed since.
The guy who's trying to pave it died of dysentery.
Dysentery.
every time.
Fucking dysentery.
I did
Massachusetts
get run
ranks
down by a bull a couple of times, or a bear, whatever it was.
Massachusetts ranks 7th in road roughness test as well.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Too.
Let's see. I have a bit of news here that could really, really upset some
Just
people.
trying to start the fire.
Ford is running out of blue ovals for its trucks. The supply chain issues that started during the pandemic continue to loom. So now not only can you not get a chip,
You can't even get the emblem.
you can't even get the emblem.
That's because the emblems are made in China.
Badges. This comes from Motor1.com. Badges are as important to Ford as any other automotive company, but it looks like the Detroit automaker is currently facing some issues with its blue oval emblem. First reported by the Wall Street Journal, citing anonymous sources, Ford is said to have supply chain issues involving its badges. In other words, there is a shortage of blue oval badges that are ambiguous in every Ford vehicle, including its best-selling F-Series trucks. Not only that, even the badges that identify the model names are getting scarce. A Ford spokesperson has confirmed the issue to CNBC, though the specific number of vehicles affected wasn't disclosed. The main reason for the shortage wasn't reported as well. However, the Journal reported that Tribar Technologies, a Michigan-based supplier that has made badges for Ford in the past, had to limit operations in August. This is due to a dispute with Michigan regulators concerning industrial chemicals discharged into a local sewer system.
This definitely dies. Die
Wow.
rapid.
Tri-Bar refused to respond about the issue with CNBC, while Ford declined to comment on Tri-Bar's supposed connection to the current badge production woes. Since the height of the pandemic, several auto companies have been facing production and supply chain issues, mainly connected to health risks and semiconductor chips. Ford is one of those companies. Isn't that a pity?
I do drive a Ford every day. It's great.
What the fuck is going on? You know? It's just
Buddy?
one thing after the next. Yeah, we can't get chips because they're not even there. And our emblems are fucking pooping electrical waste.
It's almost as if they're prepping us for, we just can't get corn anymore.
Corn?
Food shortage.
The food shortage? Corn.
Everything.
It's that big lump with knobs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Is it juice?
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't understand what is happening.
Silk is slowly turning into Bill Burr over there.
I am. Oof, I'm getting mad. Can't even get the fucking emblems.
I can hear that. I can hear that. That is it for my news. There is not much news that I really care to dive into.
I don't ever read the news.
It's just, it's all bad. It's generally all bad.
I do listen to NPR sometimes.
Oh boy. It must be really bad.
I got to drive on 95 every day. Got to stay calm somehow.
Beet juice
You
is just
listen to
for
them and their
color, so there's
soothing
no
voices.
not hidden ice.
Beet juice?
Wait, so the beet juice is just for the color.
Yeah, so like you see a big puddle of red, you know you're dead. Oh shit!
I'm going to slip. Michael Duarte in the chat. As a Honda tech, all I got to say is the 1.5 turbo is aggressively mediocre. Do you have a rebuttal?
works.
Is that anything?
I don't think it's. I mean, whatever. K-Series is God's engine. Everybody knows.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some actual stuff to talk about these boys with. Gentlemen, you guys like to shoot photos, don't you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Raph, let's start with you. How did you start
Okay.
to shoot photos?
If you say with a camera, I'm coming over this desk.
With a camera.
I'm over. That's it.
Do it.
You won't. Started back in high school. Ironically, his name is Raph. One of my friends got me into photography. And then the whole automotive thing, I've always been into cars as a kid, so I kind of put two and two together.
Just a natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very easy to do. Good subject to start with.
Yeah.
What did you start with when you were in high school? Just anything and everything?
So my mom's point and shoot camera Sure Shot, which is like a 1980s film camera.
Yeah.
And then from that, I upgraded to a Pentax ZXM, which is another film camera. And then I think it was my second year of shooting, I finally got a Canon 30D, which is this blocky chunk of metal that only has 8 megapixels. And I shot with that for probably 6 years.
Yeah.
And from there, I just upgraded to a 7D.
Yeah. And just continue the progression. What's your favorite thing to shoot now?
I don't know if you noticed, I've been doing like the pose with your machine, like getting people with their cars.
Yep.
Just for the longest time, I've always seen these cars around, but I never knew who the owners were.
Yep.
So I always thought, hey, maybe people enjoy to see who owns the cars, and then you could also see people's personalities. And
I was going to
how
say,
they build.
a lot of times the natural personality of somebody comes out when you ask them to stand near their car.
Yeah.
It seems.
Well, the question I get a lot is like, what do you want me to do? Just do whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Half the time, they either lay across their hood, lay on the floor, twerk in front of their cars.
Pop and lock it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was twerking? Taylor.
Big
Where are
C
you
Chris.
shooting?
Oh, Big C Chris.
Yeah.
Where are you shooting this?
Staggered.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, pose, and the next thing you know, he's twerking. I'm like, okay, that works.
Perfect.
All right, I'll take one here and one there.
Back to the dancing like an idiot comment from earlier. We all do it.
Right. That's the thing. Everybody wants to dance like an idiot and can dance like an idiot, just not in the middle of traffic in front of a cop.
Timing oriented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it count if you do it in the middle of a track while Andy looks at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to entertain
Sanctioned.
people sometimes. Yeah. That's a sanctioned.
Safe fun. Safe
right.
fun.
Safe fun.
Say fun as a car's coming sideways behind
As
you.
long as you got a vest on, you are good.
And you're 6 feet from the edge, and you're about to break.
It's actually
10 feet.
10 feet.
Shit.
No wonder why you always get in trouble.
I get hit
He almost did get hit last time.
twice.
In the
Yeah,
same day.
first
I get
reverse
hit-
Within an hour.
clubhouse night.
I get hit by rocks more than anybody else.
Yeah, because you're standing too close to the track.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Don't make me dad, you.
I was gonna
I'm
say Mike
trying to
Lynch is
beat-
gonna slap you.
I'm trying to pick up rocks through the lens.
No, I've seen Andy dad somebody, and it's scary. I've never seen him mad until that one
Hey!
moment.
I'm a real nice guy.
When he hits you with a hey pal.
So we're,
Hey pal!
no, we're standing on that grid. He goes, "Get over here, you fucking idiot!" We're like, who are you talking to?
Me. It was me.
What was the scenario?
He was just walking down under towards the bridge. So like,
Oh.
he was going. Wild cars were
Yeah,
coming.
Yeah,
Track
yeah,
was
yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
So he's just walking down the grass, and then he goes on the opposite side of the guardrail, and he just starts walking under the bridge. I was like,
As cars are flying by,
what is
Yeah.
this guy doing?
Was it a newer person?
Yeah.
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 He
yeah,
did
yeah.
circle track a lot.
Okay.
So.
All pavement is lava when there's cars on it, even if it's like not near where cars are.
yeah, because
That I mean, turns obviously like where you're standing, corner wise.
Yeah, top of the hill, not great for reverse clubhouse. They come right at you.
scariest one is trying to get across road course.
Yeah, there's like a video of you almost getting
Twice.
I'm sure Kevin got a
knees
couple
taken
photos of
right
you.
out.
I got good video of people coming off track though. There and there.
Show
Well,
it.
The one picture I'm
Prove
thinking
it.
of is you standing holding your rig and in a pile of dirt, probably twice your height, going over you.
It's a good shot.
Did you
Good
get the
times.
shot? At the very least?
Good times, yeah. Dude, Kevin has a shot of that.
Yeah, it's like you like starting to turn around, but you really want the shot. and you
Where
just-
is this?
I think didn't he send it to you?
I don't know. I'm
Harass
I
him.
think
Check
so.
the DMs that you're overwhelmed with, Shook.
Well, now we've lost him for the entire episode. Do you shoot any video? Have you shot any video?
So I just started messing around with video as of like 2 months ago.
Yep.
But it's nothing too serious. Well, the thing is, until recently, I never had a camera that could do video.
Yeah.
So I just picked up a Canon RP 2, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years.
Yep.
And then that's like the first camera that can actually handle video, records. It has a microphone and everything.
Yeah. It comes with a lot of a lot of requirements right off the rip.
Yeah, so I started messing with it. I don't take it serious because it's kind of like I don't want to take it serious because if I do, then I'll get upset if something is like doesn't come out how I want.
Or
it
you can
to.
go down the whole path and
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then-
That's why I
Go
don't
broke.
shoot.
I've been getting
Really?
to shoot more frequently.
Yeah, I get
Been out there.
I get pissed off.
Sir, you had to shoot.
Huh?
You're good. Shoot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because like if I video something and I get home and it's out of focus or too bright or too dark, anger,
Post process.
pain. No, because you can't. Like, film is different than shooting photos as far as editing goes. Even if you shoot raw, it just looks like paste. Like you can't. You can only drag the slider so much, and it
I'm
just
hearing
looks like
excuses
shit.
from you.
I mean, dude, if it looks like shit, I don't want to put it.
Just put film grain on it and call it artsy.
give it an Instagram filter and send it.
Yes.
Fucking hate that. Like I want it to look how it should look, and like I don't know.
Well, how it should look is open to interpretation. How you want it to look.
right? Okay, but yeah, have you ever gotten a really good picture and you were like, "Oh, this is garbage," and then you released it
Every
anyways?
single shot I take.
Okay, but like more garbage because I say the same thing, but there are definitely shots where you literally miss exposure. Do you put them out? No, no, you don't.
Yes and no.
No, you don't.
I could save some of them.
You could save them, but like if it was film, I can't. I don't know about you. Like, you shoot raw Sony.
Yeah.
You shoot raw Sony, or do you shoot picture profile 2 or something?
No, it's raw. But then I just
Straight to the vein.
picture profile 2 I do at night.
Oh, and then you shoot S-Log day.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
See, you're.
But it's just
That's-
a copy paste on an adjustment layer.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say, I think
whenever-
you're afraid of it. That's you have a log bias.
Yeah, but when I shoot S-Log and then I put colors to it, people just look like they have liver disease.
Well, you
Put
gotta
colors
sort out
or
your.
just the in-body colors. But it's all based off of your eye.
There's-
Like, that's the
there's
whole
solution.
thing. That's why you.
Well,
can
my
always-
eye is
I'm
broken.
colorblind, green and blue, man.
There's
Oh.
ways around it.
I don't like hair.
There's
I don't like
histograms.
hair.
There's a bunch. There's so many
We
different
found
things,
solutions.
especially nowadays. You just got
Go
a bunch of excuses.
No, I don't have excuses.
Chad's
You
like
got
his
a bunch
car.
of excuses.
No,
So what are some of the favorite things that you shot this year in particular?
This year?
Hmm.
Well, there's one I know if we could speak of, but you know. What I'm
Oh,
talking
we
about.
can. Yeah, that was a really good set.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen it.
No, because it's not public yet. Because it is
Oh.
going in a magazine.
I'm
You're
the
not in
public
the
now.
know.
That's crazy.
No, we haven't posted it yet. It's
Yeah,
not.
but,
Not many
maybe you
people
give me a
know.
little-
I didn't know I have to
talk-
run all
you
my
talk too
photos
much.
by you.
Yeah, you have to run it by me, but I like to see.
I mean, not many people have seen it.
Yeah, no. I honestly nobody's
Even
like.
the owner of the car knows what they look like.
I like to watch.
Yeah, Chuck hasn't seen it. Corey hasn't seen it. I think John's seen it because I happened to
John
be
who?
like stairs.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I
said
think-
John Cena.
No, can't see.
John
Can't
You
see.
said
that.
John Cena.
There was a what the fuck was it?
The prank call.
Oh
they're like,
my
do you
God.
support Marines?
No, there was something the other day where somebody like it was a video meme of somebody getting a new pair of glasses or something like, oh my god, I can finally see, and it's just like a pixelated thing of John Cena and it starts to come to fruition and then you finally see it. I'm like, God, this is amazing. But yeah, sidetracked.
So,
So that set of photos is very, very good. The lighting in that is super cool because I personally I'll shoot, doesn't matter lighting wise. Obviously, there's stuff I prefer, sure. But if I go to shoot something and it's too light or too dark or too whatever, it is what it is. If I can figure it out. So like that lighting was pretty harsh in some instances because that was like middle of the day.
yeah, and I started at, I think it was like 9.
Yep.
And then by the time we finished, it was like 1 o'clock.
Just pushing. Right. Yeah. So your peak sun, obviously everything can be overexposed and you got to kind of work with shadows and things like that and where you put the vehicles. The particular set that we're talking about is of Mr. Babu in his wonderful Cabrio.
I was like, I think it was right after he finished it.
Yeah, it was within a week or two. We wanted to snag that for the Revive Motoring magazine, which we're still trying to pump out. That at some point will grace the pages of that, and that's why it hasn't been posted or anybody really hasn't seen it yet. But that was a great set. Matter of fact, we got to get that out there because it's
Look back to see what I've shot.
really good. There was a bunch of good stuff.
Just like your set of DJ's car is good. I
See,
mean, all your
that
shots
was-
are good, but
Thank you. Well, that was lucky because everyone left staggered. It
That was
like
a
around 4
great
o'clock.
scenario, right?
So I was walking around. I saw the car. It's by itself in the middle. So I'm like, might as well just snag this now while there's no crowd or anything around it. And then the lighting just so happened to work with me well.
and you nailed the exposure on a white car in broad daylight.
Very difficult.
The worst thing to do ever.
Derek Richardson's car.
I was just about to say, when I shot Derek Richardson's car and I got home and everything was not overexposed, I was like, I don't know how the fuck I did this, but we're psyched.
There was a Mount Washington shoot I did.
Yep.
I went up to Mount Washington. That was my first time.
Yep.
And then since it was so fresh to me, I literally shot like I was a little kid with his first camera. I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" I probably spent hours just stopping at every point I can just to take shots because
Yep.
I've never been in a scenario like that.
It's such a cool
Yeah.
such a cool location to shoot. Because when are you going to be in a position where you can stay in one spot and have a vehicle or whatever drive by you and go up a mountain and have rocks in front, behind, foreground, background?
Rocks.
Such a great spot.
I'll be the sound.
We don't have his iPad.
It's crazy
Rocks.
because like every
It's pretty good. It's pretty close.
every like 10 minutes of driving, it's a completely different scenery.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
completely.
doesn't it put into perspective how fucking wild Travis Pastrana is?
Yes, that once I started going up to the top, and I'm in a truck, I'm like, oh, how the hell did he do that?
It's
Going
insane.
100.
It's insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking over the edge. I'm like, well, I'm terrified right now. And on the way down, yeah, those brakes were cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were
That's why
slow.
they have the turnouts for people to not cook their brakes. And then I don't know if you
Listen.
noticed the barrels of water that they provide as well.
I didn't see that. When I was there.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 spots where there's barrels of water. They actually put rainwater and hoses into them in case anybody starts to overheat.
A lot of talking junk over there.
That's got to be, is Streblo, is that Hello Kitty?
Probably.
He was trying to figure out how to YouTube earlier. He's like, how the hell do I talk in this goddamn thing? I was like, you just type. And he's like, I'm trying to be technological.
Is
Taylor,
he
blink twice if
as
it's
he's
you.
talking at the screen, just yelling
Yeah.
at it?
Hey, I know them.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Listen.
By the way,
Taylor
you
and
did
I literally only communicate via voice message.
Yeah. I used to
the
type
best.
to him. Now I just hit record.
you did the best Andy impersonation the other day.
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
Taylor?
Yeah,
Where?
on Instagram.
And his story?
yeah.
Yeah.
My sunglasses on. Yeah.
Really?
We
Yeah,
are Taylor and I are like the same person, just from different
Different states.
lanes. Yeah. Upstate New York, man.
Yeah, it's different out there.
Upstate New York's wild. It's cool.
It's weird.
Going to Troy, New
different.
York for the first time, I was like, damn, there are so many crackheads here. It's like Hartford, Portland, like all in one.
A lot of crack.
Raph, what is something you want to shoot that you haven't yet?
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Vehicle, location, person,
Me. Anywhere.
Shook.
Nude.
36 finished. Lock City
Yeah, okay.
next year.
All right. Sure. Is that your number one?
Sure, you'll be
2,
there.
3, 4, 5, all of it.
Sorry to disappoint.
It's okay. It's life. I don't know. I really want to shoot. So Derek has a friend with a yellow FD that's like kind of like a time attack build.
Mm-hmm.
I would really love to shoot that.
Yep.
Location. The thing is, I have so many things in my head. Like I want to shoot and where to shoot.
Yeah.
A lot of times, location just kind of falls in my lap. Like, as I'm driving around, I'm like, oh, this is
Would be
perfect.
make for a
Let's
good
pull over
spot.
Here. Right now, nothing really jumping
Yep.
out of my head. Like, I don't know.
Do you have a favorite F stop?
2.8.
That's it. That's yeah.
Just 2.8. 2.8 or 4. F4.
Okay. Okay. What do you want to achieve with your photos next? I mean, you've had them published to Super Street and a handful of other places, Speed Hunters. Is there something that you're like, oh, I'd love to do this?
Honestly, I would love to continue like shoot on full on features. My whole goal out of it's meeting people and like getting me able to shoot a lot of cool cars and
Mm-hmm.
shoot a lot of cool people. Like I just like listening to people's stories.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times if I shoot a person's car or a person themselves, most of the time it's just me talking to the person. The shoot itself doesn't take me as long.
Yep.
As it would if I just kind of rush through it.
That's literally why we're here, because obviously I knew Chuck, but going to shoot his cars, like I talked to him. Yeah, cool. I shot for an hour, but I was there for 4 hours and we just talked about cars the entire time. Like didn't stop. And that's literally why, he was #revival.
You were shooting his car. He's like, oh, yeah, I've got an E30 M3 too. You went, what?
No, I knew all the stuff.
Oh, you
I've
knew all
known him
his
forever.
cars?
Yeah.
You're shooting the next car. He's like, I've also got a 6 Series. You're like, what the fuck's happening?
No, by no means was a surprise. I knew everything previously.
It's like when I shot Brian's Mark II
Mhm.
up in Massachusetts. The shoot itself probably took me 30, 45 minutes.
Yep.
But we were there for like 3-4 hours just talking.
Shooting the shit, yeah.
Talking about non-car stuff, talking about records,
Yep.
cameras,
Yeah.
just everything.
Yeah.
That's mainly the main reason I shoot, just so I could meet a lot of these people, hear stories, create memories, stuff like that. I don't really shoot for the money or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, like, that's a
What,
plus.
wait, you guys
but-
are getting paid? You guys get paid? I don't get paid.
If you do it properly.
Damn.
But yeah, it's I do it mostly to meet a lot of the people. Like it's nice. It's nice to get to know real people. Like you see all these internet personas and all that, but these are actual people.
Right.
With cool stories, great backstories of why they own
And
certain
again,
cars and stuff like
we
that.
kind of danced around the whole thing, this whole episode, but like, right, you would see a car and that car could have 30,000 followers, but there's a person behind the ownership of that car. And then there's a story to that and how and why and all that. It's much beyond just an Instagram page.
Yeah, I mean it's literally just to create memories.
Yep.
And like it's nice when you like go to Lock City and you see everybody, we all hug, smile, laughs, jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because we all treat each other like actual people.
Yeah.
Not just internet personas and stuff like that, but that's a whole nother topic.
Right, right. Or trying to, outdo that whole mentality. It's just there's legit friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hug? What the fuck's going on?
Shook's not a
What the
hugger.
fuck is
Fucking
going on tonight?
Can I
With
get some upbeats?
Buddy, you've missed a lot in 2 weeks.
hugs? Money?
Hugs.
Shucks.
Those were dead. Hugs were dead for like a year. Do you know
Right.
how dry
They're
my
making a
soul
comeback.
was? It fucked me up, dude. Like not being able to hug people fucked me up.
You know
It
how
was
good it feels to
weird.
get hugged.
Do I know what it feels like to get hugged?
The man is dressed in black from head to toe. He knows no feelings.
His nails aren't painted yet, so it's not that deep.
Like that kid from South Park?
Oh my god.
emo kid?
Dude, there was a
Life is abysmal.
I should have bought it. I regret not buying it. There was a fucking store that had a towel, giant black towel that just said Goff. And I wanted it so bad.
should have just bought it. What
I
are you
know,
doing?
I don't know why.
You're an adult.
I know, I should have. I just didn't.
The
I don't know
goth
why.
kids were my favorite. Life is
The
abysmal.
store was awesome, but yeah.
The-
Probably a hot topic. Drink Clamato juice.
I fucking love that shit.
Also, shout out to the shoot we did with Andy, me and Leon. With
Was a good
Eric
one.
And
Yeah,
Matt.
me, Eric, and Matt.
Dual trucks?
No, it was that was just me, Leon, and Kev. That was like
Okay.
a really random one.
Oh, right.
So this
But it
was,
was-
in July.
That was it was like the week after I bought the truck.
Yeah.
And it was me, Eric Peckham, and Matt Silva, my
Okay.
best friends.
Yeah.
And
we
it's
sat in
just-
a lot. The shoot was done. We sat in a lot for like another 2 hours in the shade, just talking and joking around. Like that's
We could have just kept the day going.
yeah.
It's a good time.
That's mainly the main reason why I shoot.
Right.
It's I get to make memories.
I mean, there's not much. There's no other better reason, really.
Yeah.
What do you have a favorite camera?
Not really. I don't really have a favorite camera. Like
What's your ideal camera?
ideal
If
camera.
if money was not an like an issue, what would you buy?
I'll buy the most obnoxious thing I could freaking get.
A Hasselblad.
Yes, medium format Hasselblad with like 150 megapixels. File the size.
I would
of a-
never let you take a picture of me again.
Oh, I want to get in all those pores.
I was going to say, buddy, he would be inside you with that camera.
I'll be able to
Fucking
tell you're gonna
skeleton.
get a sick a week after that photo, just because I get to look into you that well.
I fucking Raph shot some portraits of me and my hair's been falling out. Like
I can hear Miss Frizzle in my head.
I had to pour barium on my head to like
Raph,
calm down the cool.
Why are you wearing a lead vest while taking a photo? Don't worry about it.
Say cheese.
I can smell my eyebrows. I don't know why.
Anybody else smell burning meat?
No, but next camera would probably be like an R5 or whatever camera. Canon's big mirrorless camera is gonna be next.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, flip a coin because now it's the R3, but there's rumors the R1 still.
Oh God.
I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I want a red. I
Yeah.
want the box.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Color me.
Reds do
color
nothing
me
for me.
boring.
I don't know why. They just don't appeal to me.
What's the other one? Alexa.
So cool.
Ari Alexa. That's your. I mean, depends on Red, right? Red Komodo, you're starting at like a $6,000 box. Ari Alexa, you're starting at a $50,000 box, or not even box. You're Ari Alexa, you're everything.
Wait. I have
But-
to try something. Alexa, play Lionel Richie.
There's big shouts to our Amazon users out there. We were discussing that before.
Alexa, add poop to my shopping cart.
But can you actually buy poop from somewhere?
Yeah,
I don't.
you never saw the video where it was like,
I got worms.
it was like Alexa, what's in my shopping cart? And it's like poop, big bag of poop, poop, poopy, poop in a poop bag. And it's like because the kids were just yelling poop, and Alexa
Oh
goes,
my God,
You could buy an
that's perfect.
8-piece poop set from Amazon, $11.99.
there you go,
Wow.
deals,
Well,
deals to be had.
well, you just
Alexa will order that.
added that to a handful of people's carts.
Enjoy the poop, guys.
Why the lust for red?
I just like how it's a little box.
A little cube, but it
Aesthetically
doesn't stay a little
pleasing,
box.
But the stabilization, like
Yeah,
that's
like-
my main thing. It's insane.
I
Yeah.
think the
That guy
colors in
Gimbal
red are
God
sick.
uses one like snowboard film.
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous.
Wait,
It's
doesn't-
absolutely ridiculous.
Doesn't the guy that shoots like the drone footage for Toyota put a red camera
On the drone.
Most
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
do, yeah.
the
you
guy
can-
that was at Lock City has
Yeah,
one. He
yeah.
also has one of the Sony Cine cams. that he runs.
Like an
It all
FX?
depends. Yeah, but like
Yeah.
even GoPros, if you use
Oh,
the
if-
right filter, like you
Yep.
can get phenomenal footage.
Again,
from
when you
GoPro.
shoot raw or log, it gives you a lot of options.
I'm gonna maybe try shooting S-Log again, but I remember the last time I did it, it was a nightmare.
it only
Use
gets
Premiere?
difficult. Yeah,
Premiere.
No, nothing.
he doesn't.
Oh,
edit
yeah, but you
Lightroom.
said you were trying videos.
Oh no,
so-
those are all raw.
All right, baby. I know you're a DaVinci guy.
DaVinci all the way.
DaVinci Resolve.
Although
Uh-oh.
I haven't updated to the latest one because I hear it's a disaster.
Oh, boy.
So I'm not touching mine.
At
Mine is
least
I like
staying.
the cloud because I get all the new things when they come out.
Yeah,
Also-
the cloud Adobe is sweet. I haven't had
Oh,
a
no,
crash on me once.
I have to have Adobe for everything else.
What is it? Just because you're used to using DaVinci?
I just like DaVinci. I can edit stuff so fucking fast in DaVinci. Premiere had some things that were closer to what I was used to in Lightroom and Photoshop as far as controls and when you're actually editing an image of some or a piece. But DaVinci is like, I can do everything so fast directly there. And I don't have to really switch programs either, because with Premiere, I'd have to go to After Effects, do certain things,
yeah,
bring that in,
that's-
and kind of transition. With DaVinci, it's all right there.
I hate that. That's the one thing I don't like is After Effects is like a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like, oh, you want to do any special effects whatsoever other than the garbage that they hand you?
right.
Or you just have to go through the extremely long process of like actually stretching and overlaying things.
Yeah.
That's some of the crazy shit.
Or like doing timestamps. Like sometimes I shake and I want it to be like in the bars. So I'm like time stamping the picture to move so that like if I wiggled and I have black bars, I don't want the car to like wiggle out of the bar. So I'm like time mapping it to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you can also trace that.
This is all
They have like
gibberish to me.
a center tracing thing.
It's
that you
probably
can-
gibberish to a lot of people out there because it's
It
super,
always does. It
it's-
just follows the subject.
super.
It's the same thing you use for warp stabilizer.
What do you call it in baseball? Just a term. we
Step
use.
up to the plate.
Yeah, step up to the plate. Reds are interesting. I've just never had a want for one.
I mean, they're expensive. So,
Yeah, no, they're super expensive. Yeah,
I mean, if
That's the
somebody was like,
logic.
hey, you can just get right in
very
here for
expensive.
$8,000 and then you still need a lens and everything else.
well, you can adapt.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can adapt any
if you
parts.
have EF stuff already or whatever, even Sony stuff, I believe for the most part. But, yeah, I don't know.
Here's the deal, though. If I bought a red, it would. If Raph bought a red, it would be sick. If Andy bought a red, it would be sick. If I used it, people would be like, "What are you shooting on, a fucking droid?"
It's
would-
nobody else's fault but your own that you've developed this persona where people
re-
love
it's
to
true.
fucking
Shoot,
bust your
shoot,
balls.
shoot.
I would literally use the world's most expensive camera, and people would be like, "Would you take that on a cracked iPhone lens?"
Speaking of expensive cameras, I do own a Hasselblad 500 CM for like the past 8 years. The pieces it's missing are way too expensive for me to rebuild that thing.
yeah.
It's missing like the actual film back piece in the lens, which that alone.
Oops.
What the hell?
You just made my watch go wild.
I have that effect.
Yeah.
We've been assimilated.
But yeah, those things are expensive as hell. Like
I mean, that's in truth. Like,
The names.
I just get I'm just over the cameras in gear in general. It's just, I want to use them. It's just like everything is so fucking expensive. And there's a new version, not even a full calendar year now before the next one is released. And it's just super annoying.
well, like back when I started shooting, there was like a night and day of bad glass and really good glass. Now it's like mostly everything is good
Pretty
glass.
good.
Even
the
bad glass is
stuff
good.
better.
Yeah. Even
Which-
third party stuff. Because I use
My
Sigma stuff.
Tamron lens, my 70 to it's 28 to 75, it's 2.8.
Yeah, but
Absolutely phenomenal. Like
my go-to lens is my 24 to 70 Sigma art lens.
Yep.
That the image that thing produces is crazy.
Yeah, I have a G Master 2470.
I don't know what that is.
It's just
It's
Sony's
the Sony G Master
version,
It's
yeah.
like the Tamron,
G Mask glass good.
It's similar to EF
And
L
a
glass.
Canon L lens.
Yeah, yeah.
and I have a Zeiss filter because I was like, good glass, good glass.
Okay.
I don't fuck with expensive ND filters.
I've heard that bad ND filters are cooler.
They're cheaper.
They
and they
do-
don't hurt as much when you get rocks in them.
Yeah,
Or
that's
weld
true.
slag
Right.
or whatever you're filming. I got a whole one that was just covered in weld
Right, not
slag, and
everybody-
I was like, damn, that shot was cool, but this ND filter is
Not
fucking
everybody
slow.
can swing a fucking Peter McKinnon, $300
It was
ND.
$300.
It's just a name brand.
Yeah, no, that's
That's all
exactly
it
because
is.
they're
It's
also made
Sony's
by
Ice.
Polar Pro and
I
everybody
think
else.
I was watching a video where I think it was on TikTok where this guy bought like a $50 kit off eBay of a bunch of junk ones.
Yep.
And it made pictures look cool.
Yeah, you can. It's all. It is the person behind the camera. Like you
Yeah,
can you
100%.
can make cool shit with phones. Literally, some of the coolest shit you can make with phones now.
Lane took pictures of my car, and I was like, I don't understand how you got like this color or like.
Lane also has a very unique style.
That's
like
the best.
lenses and like in just everything. It's
He-
so
It's
crazy.
just good.
Yeah, he is
Great.
nasty, but he goes, yeah, it's just this old pile of shit lens that
Yeah.
like makes it look good.
Yeah,
and I was
he
like,
adapts-
nothing
he
that you
adapts,
just
like,
said made any
M95
sense.
glass. It's
one
crazy.
of my favorite lenses for my C200 is a like $50 Helios 50 mil that I have to adapt to use, and it's all manual, but nothing can compare to like what that looks like.
It's crazy too, because even Leon, same thing. Like when you get that, and like the person that's working the body understands what's going, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because Leon adapts older lenses onto his Fujis.
Yep.
Like one time we went to a flea market and we found a camera and he adapted that lens onto the Fuji and created some really good images. Like you wouldn't expect it out of something that beat up and older.
Because that's the thing. Because older lenses have character and feel and can help your image, whereas new stuff is literally trying to give you the most pixels to work with in the cleanest way possible.
So you can adjust it.
Right,
in
so you
your
can
way.
try it, but it's missing certain characteristics that all those old lenses would
It's
have.
like when you pop on like an old 50 mil, you see how it's like has a haze and kind of like this
Yep.
slight hidden kind of look.
Yep.
You could tell.
That's how my piece of shit Sony one is. That's why I use it for. I have a piece of shit like $50 kit lens that I use sometimes.
I guess this lens is a piece of shit. This camera shit.
Cost me money, but I
This is
still use it.
fucking.
What isn't shit?
It's I don't know. Good stuff is not shit. It's like a 1.2 or a 1.4 50 mil.
We've been giving
Wait,
him crap
have you
about the E36. Don't you worry.
Have you guys seen like that old f 50 mil?
That's insane. What do you even get? The tip of their nose?
I just want to use it once. I just
For
want to use it.
what?
It's stupid. I just want to use it.
You can't
That's
even
like,
get
That's
anything.
like macro territory.
I was gonna
It's
say you're
so-
pushing, and for that, like you get somebody's eye,
But even at
but
one,
that's it.
yeah.
even at 1.2, you better be spot on with.
Oh
your
yeah, you
focus,
have to be.
'cause
Yeah.
If not, the whole thing's gone.
Yeah, that's why I won't shoot below 5.6 anymore. It feels like
Interesting.
Really?
I fucking hate because
But
I'll
see, I've only-
misfocus a shitload.
I've only
2.8.
met one other photographer that shoots like above 5.6. All of his shots, I've always been above like 5.6, 7.1.
Hui
Does he?
Hui shoots like f9 for
didn't know that.
for panners.
Well, I do that during the day.
Yeah,
just
but then
because it's so
there's
bright.
also a lot of people that do that so they don't have to use an ND filter.
I shoot f9 with the ND filter so that I could shoot 50
I'm
shutter.
shooting like a 1/15th of a second at like 2.8.
1/15th.
Those are fun.
Yeah, you can get down.
You have a
Super.
sick ND filter.
A cheap one from Amazon.
That's how probably. I mean, mine's 4 stops.
Sir?
Mine's
Sir?
4 stops.
We're just hearing excuses. We need you to shoot more.
I think I could probably go. Well, I'd have to jack the f11 up. Well, the stops up. I couldn't go 2.8. No way.
2.8 to 5.6 is like where my pans usually are.
Depends on the
I
lighting
like
for me.
Yeah, but
like
if you
that
shoot-
blur. Like I like the blur in the back. I like a focused front end and tire, and then like a blur in the rear.
Yeah, yeah. But if you shoot 50th of a second,
That's still kind of
That's-
quick.
It's
Yeah.
quick.
It's
Yeah,
quick,
You're not
but if
gonna
you-
get that drag.
you can though. I mean, I had.
Well,
It depends
if-
how fast
if-
they're going.
I was gonna say it depends how fast the vehicle's moving and how fast you're panning.
But like I can bump the stops up, I guess, and still get it because the background's gonna be blurred regardless. It doesn't really matter what your stop is.
You could see the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially if you were to compare,
bokeh blur versus no bokeh.
or
blur.
just if
But
you
even
compare
with-
1/50th to 1/18th or something like you're gonna notice a significant difference.
I just feel like that's really hard to shoot.
It is and it
1/15th
isn't.
is ridiculous.
That's the fun.
That's what makes it fun.
That's not
That's the-
fun.
It
Well,
is.
when you
It
that's the
is,
thing
dude,
is when
'cause
you
when
fire
get
off,
it,
right?
When you actually get it, you're like, fuck.
Like one time out in Clubhouse, me and Zach challenged each other to see who could get a I think it was like 1/13th shot. And we were both just struggling for a bit, but we just kept going until we got it. It's fun. And you get that buttery, smooth pan with the card just in perfect focus.
No, I never get that.
Some of my favorite pans.
Or it looks really good in the viewfinder, and I'm so hyped to get home. And then I get home, and I'm like, it's so
Well, the
fucking
viewfinder
bad.
is difficult because it's so small,
It's bad.
and everything's gonna look good. That's why
I
if you
use
can
a
zoom
monitor
in,
a lot too. Like I use my monitor a lot because I switch back and forth between video and photo. So like I constantly am using my monitor to pan, so I don't have to. Like I'm just very stationary.
Maybe I'm getting blind. Maybe my viewfinder is just fucking soft. I don't know what's going on, but when I look
you
through it,
can't
like
adjust it. You know,
I
It's
put.
called a diopter. It has a little.
I know
Yeah.
it's got the thing, and I've fucked with it, and if anything, it made it worse. But like, I don't know about you guys, but when I put my eye on the camera, I go like this. I put my eyebrow on it, and I peel my eye open with it because I feel like I can't see a fucking thing.
buddy.
You are a Viking.
I'm like, God damn it!
You might, yeah,
the
you might,
overhang of the brow.
you might have a
hurting
little bit
yourself.
more going on.
So I've been using the screen anyways now more. I just hold the screen and I look at the screen. I don't even look through the fucking thing.
There you go.
That's a start, I guess.
In many ways, I feel like Bill Burr. Now that you said that, you look through the fucking thing. You can't see a goddamn thing through the fucking thing.
But
Yeah, I hope everything's blurry.
Well, you know what's the best part about shooting? Nobody gets to see the photos if you fuck up.
That's true. Only me. Why I hit next through them like this. Trash, 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 trash.
You are truly your own worst critic.
Well, I mean, what made me feel better was Lane. When I talked to Lane about it, I was like, dude, I'll shoot like, what did I say to him? I was like, I think I shot like 800 photos, and I think I got like 5. And he went like this, and then he laughs. He's like, brother, I shoot 3,000 to 4,000, and I get like 30
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like
if I'm lucky. And I was like, oh, that does make me
Yeah, it's
feel
the
good.
process, man. And you can. The best thing is like you can overlook something, and then you go back. Like if you're just trying to. What I do is when I post everything up, I try and go through and delete what's blurry and what I don't like. But then you always end up with a small amount of edits, and like you go back afterwards and you see something. You're like, how the fuck did I miss this? The
I do that.
first
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I
yeah. You're
looked
like,
at this album.
you're like, oh, I thought this one was blurry, but like that thing's in focus.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like after like a 2-day event, I would end up with almost 3,000 photos. Probably use 40.
Yeah. No, your rolls are pretty good. Usually you have a ton in there. I mean, both of you guys do. You know what's funny is I think I did hit 1/15th panners.
Prove it.
I'm
I
going
wanna
to
see
right
the
now.
metadata.
Whip it.
I want to see the metadata.
we need that metadata.
The metadata is gone for sure.
It's attached to every photo.
well, while you're
My
looking for
my
that,
my Samsung, my non-iPhone will show
think
me
my
the
iPhone shows me
metadata
too.
for every
Well, no,
single
I-
photo.
the iPhone does.
I think
yeah.
it's only posted to my Instagram, and I lost the actual raw.
Loser.
I got
I'm
it.
hearing a lot of excuses from you today, sir.
Loser.
everything's
Loser.
shit.
Everything's
You
shit.
can't see. I think he's getting old.
I think that's below 1/50th.
2018 too. Got the hood up. Ooh.
Speaking of Panda shots,
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorites I've taken was the one of Sammy's car catching on fire. And me thinking,
Oh, dude, that is
thinking it's him just doing a lot of smoke from like drifting.
Yeah.
that was fire smoke.
That was I think something was leaking onto his manifold.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That was
fire smoke.
one of my favorite shots that you've ever taken. I think that's below 1/50th. Do you want to see?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
He's waiting.
We can't show everyone.
Show the class.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
I'll have to see if I can find some metadata for
Yeah.
Andy.
You're gonna have to.
There's not a ton of drag in that, but
The one time I
you're
got to
also
convince
standing
Toby
pretty
to take
close with a
picture.
wide
I was-
angle.
That's 1/15th.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Sig-
could be.
significant blur.
Yeah, very good.
Milky.
Schmelky. So
Shout out to Adrian.
we also have Andy here, who shoots both photos and videos.
As much as I can.
Let's start at the very beginning with you as well. How did you pick up photography and filming?
pinhole camera in Foundations in Art in freshman year.
That was it. You were hooked with a pinhole camera.
Yeah,
That's
and
wild.
then, like getting access to the darkroom. So
Was
I was
it-
like black and white 35 millimeter for I don't know my first 5 years.
Yep.
I had a Minolta X700, so it was a 35 millimeter black and white camera. And,
Was
like,
it the you built the pinhole camera? I'm sure that was part of the project,
was part
right?
of the project.
Was
So
it
then
the building part or like
developing? It
okay,
was like
that's
and then the same thing. Like that's why I'm still so obsessed with long exposures.
mhm.
Is because that's where like
It started.
developed, and
You
I was
had
like,
to-
this is crazy. So the bigger I make the hole, the less time I expose it. Like
right. That
that's-
that dance between what do they call it? The photo triangle essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Your
the-
long exposures of the sky are
Thanks.
hot.
Thanks. It's the waiting game. Like
It's
that's
so
the
cool.
whole thing with that. Like when you go out to do long exposures, you fuck up for hours.
Yep.
You're out there for 2 hours and you're like, oh, this is all trash. And then you
Yeah.
get one.
And it's the same thing, like you said, with shooting, 500 photos in one session of only a couple cars, but you're looking for that shot of that you're panning and everything comes together.
Correct.
So with the long exposure stuff, actually, let's go back. So you shot on a handful of film stuff and pinhole camera and just,
Then I went to Canon Rebel, the first Canon Rebel.
okay.
I thought Raph was gonna say Canon Rebel. That was my first
Yeah.
camera.
And then I got a T7, which had like phone capabilities, I think like 8 years ago.
Yep.
And then 3 years ago, I went mirrorless. So
Yep.
was your
changed
first
everything.
the A7S?
A7 III.
You went A7 III?
That's all I've had for Sony. Just one A7 III. And then I upgrade glass. Eventually, I'll go to a body, but
Yeah, that's probably the
Building your glass, especially for the mirrorless, which is going to stick around. It's not like it's going to change.
Right.
So you have all that. You're going to be set for 15 years at least.
Yep.
So what is your favorite thing to shoot currently?
drifting.
That's
Drifting
it.
in my friends. Like,
Yep.
that's the craziest thing.
It's kind of the same thing that
Yep.
Raph, just the whole experience.
Yeah. It's
Being part of it.
And because it's just something that keeps giving back.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there for 3 years and I've wanted to build and to get to the point where I'm at. And now it's like all coming to fruition 3 years later.
Yep.
Like being at Staggered the last time, I've watched Dave O'Leary do the cowboy thing like 8 times.
Yep.
And I've been like, damn, I want to be right next to that motherfucker someday. And I was right next to that motherfucker the last time. I
Literally.
was so close and the clips are so good, man. It's just gratifying.
Yeah.
Really gratifying. So
It's clear that you get enjoyment out of that.
Oh, for
That's kind of. Do you do professional work on the side as well? Or,
yeah, so
or-
I do weddings, pretty much anything that I
Yep.
can get my hands on. I
Yep.
was working for a newspaper for like 2 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Just covering events or any type
Anytime
of.
they call me, it was the
okay.
Smithfield Times in
Yep.
Rhode Island. So they would call me. I would go to high schools and shoot whatever. Just
Okay.
kind of an excuse. So like when I first got my camera, I wasn't going to spend money on a full frame. And one of my best friends was like, just carry it every day.
So
Whether
that's
you're going to use it or not, just carry it.
Yep.
And that's what I did.
that's what I was going to say is having a reason to like, because everybody's going to have ups and downs in their creative mindset, and forcing yourself to go shoot something, or in particular something different, is very important to developing an eye over time. So I can imagine shooting, stuff for newspaper. You never know what you're going to walk into,
100th
or
birthday parties.
Right, right, just different stuff.
Crazy, weird stuff.
how 100-year-old person's birthday party. That'd be awesome because, like, if you can, let me flex my creative muscle here, sit in this, if there's a cool wall or a chair or something along those lines, and get a pretty, iconic shot, if you will. I'm sure if this scenario arises.
Absolutely. And it's always, for me, it's always a feeling thing. It's so crazy. There's when you're in events like that, it's just the 100th birthday. There's a ton of love involved in that.
Yeah.
And like that's just who I am as a person. So
Yep.
Is when you shoot drifting, do you like shooting drifting because it's cars in motion? Because I know you do both, but like, is it attractive to you because cars in motion? Because like rollers,
I think that was like a building thing for me because I got into drifting because of my friends. It wasn't specifically to go there and shoot. And then I was like, I'm going to bring my camera with me this time. That's when I had a T7. It was like 4 years ago.
mm-hmm.
And I brought my camera and I was like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. high shutter speed, like no action. So then I developed as my friends developed in the drift scene, and like my knowledge of it also developed as I went. So I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily cars in motion. Now it's just a cumulative.
Because we both shoot pits too, and like people, well, all three of us, sorry. And like, I think the way that I look at Lock City is whenever you look at like really cool, like JDM or like Osaka or Kanjo style builds are always shot at one point or another in the set at the track. And you have pits or it's moving and like there's people and shit going on. Like someone somewhere else follows us or Lock City and sees these photos and they're like, fuck, like to be a fly on the wall to see pits and friends and all the shit that's happening. Because that's how I feel when I see like Speed Hunter edits of like, for example, that EK9 with like ridiculous fucking arrow. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I wish I could be there and like be a part of that. Like someone is seeing our shots of the pits and the drifting and all that shit and like the community, and they're like, fuck, I wish I was there.
Well, I mean, realistically, the idea is to tell the story.
Yeah. And that's
And
like,
and if you can shoot photos and make them feel like they're a part of it, that's ultimately the goal.
yeah, that's the job. Like, and that's how I feel whenever I look at some of those articles and I'm like, fuck, well, I want to take pictures or videos that is hype. You know what I mean? Where you look at it and you're like, oh, fuck.
You
cool.
create that though.
Who? You.
Me, definitely.
You.
I am the hype creator
Yeah.
for sure. But
You win an award.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You create the environment. You draw that. Like that's the same thing with Raph's portraits. Like standing by your machine, his new thing. Oh, so good. That's created. Beautiful.
I'm just like, I just bring my camera, and if I feel like using it, I use it.
Yeah, you're
It's
lazy.
easy.
You're lazy about it, just like you're lazy about your car. Agreed.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm lazy
But-
about everything.
Back to how you feel about Lock City and all that. To me, I look at it as like one of those old skate videos and stuff like that, where it's not just a skate in action, where it's like it also involves the friends in the background and
That was the best part of Skate.
get
Videos.
in like the whole scenario. Like when I did the shots for Staggered, I tried to get the crowd and try to get the whole environment
Mhm.
instead of just the cars themselves. So I kind of base it off of that experience. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
The old school skate shit when they're like video them and they're all like tightening the trucks and they're like, you won't 3-flip that, you fucking bitch. And then the next video is them trying like 15 times and just dying every time.
Or trying to clear like a 15 step.
Yeah, it's sick. And then finally they do it and everybody goes sick. That's
Sick.
They go sick.
Is it sick?
They go wicked.
Wait, what's the word you were using earlier?
Bussing.
Bussin'.
Bussin'.
Well, that's what the
Be
kids with
bussin'?
disease do. They bus. They're bussing.
Dustin's bussing.
Dozens.
Dustin's busting. Big
Shouts to
shouts.
Dustin.
Big shouts.
Good man.
What is your favorite thing to currently shoot? Besides, is there anything besides drifting?
Always
Okay.
night photography.
Okay.
There's just, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's astrophotography, car oriented. Just, I've done it at weddings. Like, it's just a time when it hits.
Yep.
And it's just it's a totally different thing for me.
Because it's your.
Light manipulation is.
I was just
so
going to say,
much
at
different.
that, you're just using what you're presented with realistically, but you can control it realistically because you're taking away the main source that's typically there all the time.
Do you follow Red Herring Photography?
Yes.
Yes.
He's like
Insane.
so good with light painting.
Yeah.
That stuff is cool. I'd like to do more of that. Like he put what's the metal? The Jesus
Steel
Christ,
wool?
stainless steel. Yeah, steel wool. And you light it on fire and like whip it around and it sparks everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And we did that for my buddy Subaru, and like that's the first time I ever did like long exposure light painting. I got one good picture out of like probably like 90.
Yeah.
But like that shit's so cool. Like
Yeah.
to know like where to light paint certain things, and like you can mix colors to get a vibe.
Yeah. And the only thing you have to do is just not point it at the camera.
Yeah.
Just keep the light pointed away from the camera until you want a line, and then do it because it's.
I was always kind of blown away that like your body doesn't get caught in it, because like obviously you're lighting up your
You
feet.
ever see me take any of those photos?
He is
I
running.
run like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I
say
do
after
too. I
move,
do too.
yeah.
I mean,
But he walks. I've watched him. I've watched Martin do it. He walks.
well,
He'll
yeah,
go
as long
like
as
this.
you don't. As long as
It's
you don't
and
sit
it's
still,
the same
you're
thing if
fine.
you're like far enough away from your legs. If you're too close to your legs, it's
Well, there's also that trick if you want to get like a ghost image, you do a long exposure standard for like, let's say 2 seconds, and then you run out the last second. You start to slowly like fade away as the long exposure continues.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that idea.
It's cool stuff.
I want to do more street edits.
Street edits?
Yeah, drift street edits. One potentially coming up.
Like drifting in the street?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
There's an inherent risk with everything.
Yeah.
Back roads, Mexico.
Oh, Mexico, it's
Tijuana.
fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
totally legal there.
They're up with the
Yeah,
drifting on
they're
the
down
street.
with the, yeah, they get
They have
El
bigger things to
Loco.
worry
Oh,
about.
see, thanks to Joe, because that's one thing that I haven't done. Driver profiles are something that I like started. That on like Drivers After Dark was something that fueled a huge fire in me, and got me even more into cars and the people behind them, because I would go and set these lights up and like do long exposures of these people's cars in their garages. It started with Eric Beckham, my best friend, then Dustin Rakovitz, J.R. Savage, who I like knew, but we hadn't spent a ton of time together. So
Mhm.
then it's just me and him forced together in a garage
Yep.
for 3 hours.
Yep.
So then you do, like you guys were talking about, you build those relationships. And that's the stuff that Joe's talking about. That's something this winter that I'm definitely trying to get back into.
I mean, I got a car that's not finished,
That's
so
what I'm
we
saying.
could do it.
You put people in front of it. Mead, like I'm trying to do Meads. I'm trying to do a bunch of people. I'm gonna spend some winter time together.
You know
people.
what's funny? If you do Meads, I have video of him when he first started the car
No way.
that we could use, where I asked him a bunch of questions. Like I was gonna do interview style from beginning to end.
But you pussied out.
Well, no, he just never. There was 2 iterations of the car, so it never.
You still have time to finish it.
I guess so.
I'll
Or you
I'll
could
help
just
you.
take the early footage.
Come on. Help
No.
me help you.
I don't want to make it. I
Shoot, shoot.
We can do it together.
I don't know what I want to do as far as that. Like
I don't think
only
you
like
know
to
what you want to do
with anything.
with anything
Yeah, no, I don't. I kind
have
of
to
really
force
only
'em.
like doing what interests me.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this interests me every time. It's just
Yeah, that's why you drive so far.
yeah,
Does
but
your
like
gas light come on every time you drive here?
no,
Oh no!
no.
Oh no!
It did today though. Actually, you're right. I got gas on the way here. I think that's a big part of photography, though. You don't shoot what you don't want. Wait, did I say that right?
Yeah.
You don't shoot what you don't want to shoot.
Yeah, you create. You create it.
But like, I'm picky. Like, I won't shoot a car that I think is not good. So
I think we're all like that.
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah. So if it's like, we need Morgan Freeman narrating Andy's picks in this
Well,
picture.
Andy,
I can't.
not.
I'm not even gonna try to do Morgan Freeman.
Here's a wonderful picture that
The
Andy
man
took.
smiles as he takes. No, that's not Morgan Freeman.
No,
That's
you,
Sean Connery.
I was gonna say you. that is-
Check out this picture.
I fuck
Took a
pictures.
view. Look at this photograph.
So
Look at this.
it's safe to say you're gonna continue on the path you're on, and you're gonna do some more stuff this winter.
100%.
What is there a car or person? I mean, anything pipe dream that you'd love to shoot that you haven't yet?
No, I mean, what I would really like to do is do like a longer term documentary, like a film like you do,
Mhm.
but like with what I've gathered over the last 2 years, potentially 3 years, however long it develops.
Yep.
I just want it to be something more because
Yep.
like I haven't deleted anything. I don't fucking delete anything.
That's the. I mean,
don't-
there's filmmakers out there like Casey Neistat in particular
Right.
that literally keep everything, and it's such a good habit to get into. It takes a lot of work to do so, but when the time is right, there will be something that'll take a story or a video you're making and bring it to the next level because you have that old footage.
Right.
He, this is not car related, but he, a few years ago, did a video on 9/11 and talked about his experience being in New York during 9/11. He had stuff that he filmed that the day before, present time as he was shooting that video. And then he had all the VHS tapes and stuff that he filmed the day before it actually happened, during, and then immediately after. And again, using that to tell the whole story was phenomenal. And it made something that probably would have been a good story to begin with for just him in general, but taking it to a completely different level when having that stuff.
Crazy.
And it's just, you could realistically document the course that somebody is on of their driving, realistically.
Well, Eric Peckham is
That's
like
you have it right.
We both started at Skid Pad.
Yep.
That's what his first day at track. I was at the track.
Yep.
And then now he's an A group driver. Like Grid Life this year.
Yep.
My fucking best friend was out there driving Grid Life. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Just a cool.
So crazy.
He's an A group driver in an A group media.
Yeah, we've gotten there. We've put in the work.
I'm C Group Media.
This fucking
It's only
guy.
because you put yourself in that
Jesus.
hole, Shook.
He reminded me of Debbie Downer.
He
Yeah,
really,
Daria.
yeah. That's this.
He
We should have
fucking
known this the second he walked in dressed like Johnny Cash.
Your
Yeah, constantly falling into burning rings of fire.
oh bother.
Oh yeah.
My E36.
Oh bother.
My lens is shit.
Pictures.
Thanks for noticing.
Oh,
I think 50% of this episode has just been
Messing with
That's
shit.
for sure.
I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, so
also it's
I
pretty
usually
bad to
try
get it
not
out.
to give him that hard of a time because Corey does that all on his
oh
own.
my God.
Matt brings up a very good point there, which I will not repeat.
What's that?
Anyone have pictures of my Miata?
Yeah, that's what that's how I feel. And you got pics from the car yesterday's event.
Oh yeah. Everybody's always looking for the blue Subaru with gold wheels. That's always the joke.
Yeah.
Matt, you don't take enough photos anymore.
No, I don't see him out there all the time. He's there hanging.
Matt
He's
and
there
sometimes.
hanging.
Matt
sometimes.
and Hui,
They don't love us anymore.
Oh, they're over it.
they're over it. They've been shooting
They're
since
like,
day
I've
one.
shot.
No,
every
Matt wants to
angle
be
there
part of the
is to
Honda Fit
shoot.
Club, or he already is part of
He
the Honda
is.
Fit Club.
Matt's
As a matter
had
of fact, I
every-
think
Matt's had every car.
All
under
right,
the sun.
everybody, if you see a cool Honda Fit, just send them to Matt. Inspire him to spend money on a thing.
Matt, I got a good one for you. That's B series front mount turbo.
Oh, is
It's
it
a
that red
Honda
one?
Fit.
Yeah, the red
Yeah,
one.
that red
It's
one's wild.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can you really spend that much money on a Honda Fit?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one in California with a K20 swap, just done perfectly.
Yeah, they sell whole kits for them now.
Okay, couple last things. Grid Life. How was that overall?
Unbelievable.
Just an awesome.
Just such one of the best events.
Yeah.
Just because of the way FCP Euro set it up, obviously. So like there's a lot of money behind it. It's
Yep.
a totally different thing. But like it's a festival. It really is. Like it's a festival and the location was unbelievable. And then it was a historic event.
yeah.
So being on grid with all these people that I've been with for the last 2 or 3 years, when they're about to drive this track and enter at 100 miles an hour for the
Right.
first time,
That's what I took away from it is just
insane.
the entries of that place.
Insane.
Wild. I mean, everybody's at least at the top of third, if not fourth.
People are fourth.
Depending upon the vehicle, it's just like wild. And
Dustin, again, 140 brake horsepower in that Miata,
right.
full lock, at
And
90 plus
going
miles an
through the
hour.
whole corner too.
Yep.
Not like getting some of it and just losing steam. No, just maintaining momentum throughout.
Insane.
Wild. It was just super cool being there overall.
Yeah, and a great group of people.
Yep.
That was the thing. Like it was kind of entry, but it was also handpicked.
Yep.
Who was driving, and they had the right people driving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It definitely.
I'm so happy they picked Dustin. They were like, this guy's got a stock Miata motor.
Watch what he can do.
Let's see
Wasn't
him
he
do
like
it.
at the top of fifth or something going into one corner?
He was going very fast. Like as fast as the car would virtually allow him to drive.
I don't think he lifted. I just don't
No,
think
he
it's an
didn't.
option.
Like, and he's just hucking it, and the car's just like, this is fine. I would have. Let me
That's
tell you
it.
something. If I entered that corner, I would have been in the fucking woods.
Yeah, 100%.
Woods.
Fucking woods.
Just
Where's Shook?
what is
He's
it?
in the woods.
Sometimes you crank that Soldier Boy.
Sometimes that Soulja Boy cranks
Yeah. Sometimes that Soldier Boy cranks you.
So another thing that's happened recently with you as well, Staggered. How was that? What was that feeling of taking home the award that you did?
It was like I talked about earlier, like the culmination of everything.
Yeah.
It's been just about 3 years for me getting into the scene, and Chester was the first person that made me feel comfortable at an event.
Yeah.
So like when I didn't have Eric, the only other person that I talked to was Chester, and I would hang out with him, and that's what like brought me into it. So he and I, same thing. Like we went to Poconos last year or the year before, and like that was the fastest he'd driven in his car. It was the craziest fast drifting I'd ever seen, and it helped me get closer to these guys, get closer to everybody else, and like I've always wanted a car in general. Never thought that was possible. A lot of things have changed in my life recently for the positive.
Yep.
And that was just the cherry on top. It was completely unexpected.
It validates your efforts in a way.
Which is unbelievable. And that's the best part about being an automotive photographer. I feel like weddings and like the other side of it are great because there's supposed to be love around it. But when you're in this space, like people genuinely appreciate what you're doing for them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's felt like that's the biggest thing for me. And that's why, like Raph said, we're not in it for the money.
Yeah.
That's none of the automotive photography that I've done has ever been for money, but it's where I've grown the most personally and with my camera.
And felt the most attached to.
100%.
Yeah.
It's
Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And it is quite a feeling to see how somebody lights up again with the magazine. That's why that exists, because when they finally see it and open it up, like, oh my, you can just see the excitement.
Yeah.
And it's just for something that you did, and it's quite a good feeling.
Yes, it is.
Are you going to upgrade your camera?
I hope so. I mean, the goal is to get an A1.
Okay.
I want something good, but like, it all depends.
Yeah.
Because now, like, the A7 IV is out, and
Yep.
the A7 IV is just higher.
Did that just come out?
It's like 6 or 7 months ago.
Okay. So, and they're going to come out with an A7 IVs, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Yeah. Shortly.
And then an R.
Yeah.
And
then an
right.
R3.
That's what happens.
And
So
then an RS17.
So
every time.
again,
RS4.
that's why, like, it's so.
It's better to just not. Like, you just don't. You just don't do
It's
it.
a tool. It's a tool.
It's
It's not a showpiece. It's a tool. And work with what you're comfortable with. What your familiarity with a camera is probably the most important thing to me. Like, if I'm familiar with something and I know how to work everything, cool. I'll shoot it. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. A lot of, like, Canon guys pick up Sonys, and I think the things are backwards. Like, this is aperture for us, and it's not for them.
I switched mine.
Oh, you switch them opposite? A lot of people that came from Canon do that, or whatever, whoever the fuck is backwards.
Yeah, I switched mine.
Yeah.
Which is cool about Sony. I don't know if you could do it on others, but every button is mappable to whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Canon, I think it only allows you to do 8 of them or something like that. It's more than enough. Let's put it that way. But again, I'm familiar with that system
Because you
overall.
only end up using 5. Like,
Right. There's a
you're
couple
not gonna-
there's a couple imperative things that I'm looking to, and even realistically, there's only a few limited things I'm looking to change on the fly super fast.
Right.
So, and now a lot of the shit you can map to
you
a
can
preset.
map it to your lenses.
Yeah.
I can map shit to my buttons on my lenses.
I was
yeah,
going to
it's
say, I
wild.
have a
Same thing
thumb
with
button
the-
on my lens I use for autofocus.
It's ridiculous.
Same thing
Yeah.
with the RF glass. There's one of the rings you can map it to change settings or go into a certain type
Right. That
of-
you can set a ring
Yeah.
to change ISO or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I think the
Wild.
biggest thing that do you guys use the zoom feature when you're doing focus?
Sometimes
Only at
like
night.
zoom into like the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you like just blow up your image to make sure it's focused.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm gonna start doing that. more
Only at
often.
night.
Really, only at night?
Only at night.
That or it's like something I need to have perfectly in
Super
focus.
sharp, right?
Fix your diopter. Or your eyes.
Yeah. I was going to say,
I have great vision. I think it's just my camera.
is
Just
it
get
just
out.
dirty?
I don't know. I feel like I've cleaned it. I don't know.
Stick a
fucking know.
Q-tip in there. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
man.
maybe
Yeah,
just
yeah.
give it
Chip your ass.
Just give it a look-see, would you? Just give it a look-see. Let's answer some questions that I know we're going to have. Oops, this mic's in my face. For the group. Shook's in the woods.
In the woods.
He's
I like
in the
when you
woods.
say that fucking meme where it's like, I'm in the woods looking out at the road. Or no, when you're in the road looking out the woods, and then next thing you know, you're in the woods looking out at the road. It's like a truck in the woods.
The road, get away from me. Let's see. Let's start all the way down the bottom. Racing Fanatic 28. What car do you not want revived and to stay a legend? For instance, the RX-7.
The FC should never be.
It's a good question. Because nothing, like, there's more that I want revived than I don't. It'd be cool to see another S2000. I think some form, they'll never rotary power anything, but some form of RX something would be cool, whether it's a 9.
Don't bring back the Volkswagen thing.
Oh, that's a good
That'd be
one.
impossible.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
The doors fold down. The windows
Everything
fold
folds
down.
Yeah. It folds
turns
in
into
on
a
itself.
Your spinal cord folds down. I think
Ford
Arctic
Pinto.
Mugen.
Ford Pinto should never be revived.
God, they've revived the Pinto name. I'd love to see it.
It's a CUV with a battery in the back.
Yeah.
which car are they going like a terrible direction with? That they
A
just
lot.
need to stop.
Is that a question?
Yeah, like what's the worst one? That's the one that should be laid to rest.
Ultima.
Like the WRX, sure, lay it to rest,
Oh my
man.
God,
Let it remain a legend.
There's a
Yeah.
new one. Somebody just got one shipped in my neighborhood from North Carolina. A new WRX.
All the rubbers.
The plastic one.
Yes.
It looks like a fucking
Cross-track.
Ziploc
It's
container.
just a cross.
Right. It looks like I should store things in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, vapes
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
and natural light.
All my tips are in there.
Kevin401, the number one alcohol that you'll never drink again.
99 apples.
I don't drink.
That was
Very
quick.
easy.
I don't know the name of the one that
It's
I'm
one of the
trying
only
to
ones
say.
I ever.
I'm a
threw
hard
lot
pass
of.
on Zambuca.
Oh, Zambuca is awful.
It's just
Yeah.
black licorice.
For
What
me,
was
it's a tie
that?
between C&C.
Music Factory?
Nope.
Oh.
The
Machine?
alcohol.
What the hell's CNC?
I think it's just called C&C.
C&C?
It's yellow.
Piss?
It's pretty much.
Electrolytes?
So what happened was I got caught drinking by my father, and he said, "Okay, so
Did he make you
C&J?
drink
I'm
all
gonna
of it?
get
Are you
absolutely
thinking of C and J?
maybe it's C&J. I'm gonna get absolutely
C&J,
roasted on
maybe?
this one." Me and my friends were stealing Smirnoff ices because we thought we were sick. You're like 19.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
My dad goes, "If you're," he catches us and he goes, "If you're gonna drink like a man, you gotta drink like a man." And he made us do shots to C&C until I threw up.
What is C&C, dude?
Dude, it's some
Chat, do your
ancient
thing.
fucking Italian guy.
It's
Canadian Club Whiskey?
I don't. Yeah, CNC
Yeah, Tim
liquor.
Connor said
Did
it.
it have
Seems
a?
like I would drink it all the time.
I've literally
water.
never heard of CNC. Yeah, that's not even gonna be it. What that actually is?
The other one would just be like Burnett's or Dubra.
Dubra.
The hell
We
is
used to
that?
mix
No way.
Dubra.
There's no way that he. Oh no, it's actually cheap. Canadian Club whiskey's very cheap.
Yeah, dude, it's not expensive. He used to drink that in what's the other one? The Italian one. That's
Labatt
lemon.
Blue.
Labatt Blue. Yeah, Dubra. We missed Dubra with Dr. Pepper, and we called it Dr. Dubra.
Very original.
Wow, right there. Perfect.
Very original.
It worked out.
Let's see. Jordan MX_5. When the photo boy is going to be shooting the Men of LCD calendars, I need to hit the gym.
God bless.
God bless. Kevin401. Josh, will the Mustang have a nickname? I don't know. If it does, it's going to happen organically. The organic pickle.
That's the name. The organic
There
pickle.
we go. Hey, it's Diogo. Question for Andy. Proper way to ask for a ride along in a Lock City Drift event asking for a friend. Diogo, just let any one of us know. And we'll get you in there with somebody.
Scream at the driver, let me in.
Yeah, bring a helmet if you have one. I think you
Did he
do.
ask you to go for a ride along?
Maybe he's just asking me how to get.
I think he's just asking he can go for a ride
What you
along
got to
with
do is
somebody.
you got to show up, you got to make friends, and you got to keep friends. You got to treat them good, and they're going to treat you good. That's how I got ride-alongs. Standing there on the side of the fence looking like a lot lizard is not going to help you.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's weird.
it's. I'm just going to state the obvious. But yeah, just show
a
up.
lot
show
lizard?
Up.
You just
don't know
heard
what a lot
that?
lizards are?
It took a minute.
Do you know what a lot lizard is?
No, I don't even know if I want
It's
to
a
know.
prostitute.
Google it. Oh, never mind.
A lot lizard is a prostitute.
Yeah.
They stand in the lots, and that's
Roxanne.
truck drivers pick up lot
Yeah, like
lizards.
just show up and be cool to people, and if you want to go for a ride in their car, you say, "Hey."
But like Josh said, come up and talk to us.
Yeah, well,
if that's
there's
what you wanna
there's
do,
like
we
a
can introduce
dozen
you.
people that we could get him
I'm
in
there
just to
every
drive
event,
with real
buddy.
quick.
I'm at the merch booth like
The important thing
all
is
the time.
Shook may
These
look
are
angry all
people.
the time, but he's actually a really nice
My
guy.
girlfriend says that I have resting bitch face.
Resting dick face.
grumpy.
Yeah. RDF.
Just want to rest
I
it
always
right
look
on there.
pissed,
Just a
and then
line down
people
the
are
middle.
like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Hi, hello." 'Cause my voice. I look like
Are
like
you
yeah.
are you shook TD? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, we don't have t-shirts.
Matt says that we've talked about lot lizards before, so
Yeah, there's a lot of lizards that's been brought up a lot.
for sure.
Here,
Yeah.
Shook doesn't listen.
they call them
Jesus.
mud crickets from. Are you kidding me? Coventry, mud crickets.
Coventry, Rhode Island.
In The Sopranos,
Interesting.
they call him who
I was going to say, everywhere else, there's been other names. And Lady of the Night, if you will. Pure visual photography. I have admired and have been inspired by all of your guys' photos work for years. Cheers, buddy.
I know he's not talking about mine.
So self-deprecating.
Jesus.
For noticing.
Buddy,
Come on, Igor.
We got to get you like some help.
Yeah, help is
Can
You
you
just
have
got a cat.
therapeutic
I'm gonna have a
episode?
Netflix documentary about me.
It's
Like
gonna be dumber.
Dumber. What happened to all these bodies?
DOHMR. Dumber.
Yeah. Oh boy. 3-6 Mafia. When will Raph and Efren be a part of New England Honda Fits with threatening auras with me?
With threatening auras.
That's absolutely the best name I've ever heard.
Like you said, we're gonna pull up to the donut meets, completely stocked, park in the middle, open every door possible.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
flex.
Take the
Hard part.
doors off.
Take the hood
You're
off and
onto
put it in
something.
between.
Let's see. Andrew Shutter. Who are your current favorite photographers or ones who just inspire you in general?
My friends. You. My friends.
Yeah.
Raph. Shook sometimes when he's not self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Leon. Kev.
Dan
Lane.
James.
It's Dan James, the man Dan James.
Leon.
John Grew. I could go on forever.
Gru needs to release more of his photos.
No.
I
the
didn't even know he
presence.
posted them.
It's the presence. 3-6 Mafia when he gets out there.
Hui.
Logan.
I really like Leon's stuff. Like,
Leon has a great eye.
yeah.
The
He's
man
got,
is insanely talented.
yeah, I
Man
think
is
I was
photography.
terrified of him the first year I went to Lock City. I was like, oh my God.
he.
Why? He's friendly.
Yeah, he's like
no,
the
but he
friendliest
doesn't
guy.
look that friendly. And
No,
I
he looks
None
like
of us
me.
do.
I'm
Last
smiling
time,
all the
no,
time.
last time I saw him was here, and he was like, "I'm leaving," and I was like, "You're not even gonna give me a hug or anything," and he's like, "Well, I don't know." Would he like hug me? And I'm like, "Stop looking so fucking angry." I'm like, "Why are you so fucking angry?" And he's like, I'm not.
This conversation.
Getting awful
I don't know.
defensive.
You're going to hug me. I'm going to hug you. Oh.
You better hug me on my mouth with your mouth, idiot. You know, Leon is like, I think he's the most slept on photographer.
I think he just has the broadest amount of like his street photography is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
There
I
was-
don't even like street photography, and I like his.
There was,
Everything.
I think there was a set not too long ago where there was some girl he seen down in the street up against a white wall.
Oh,
Yeah, me and Kat. That was the day we shot the trucks.
That there's like the set was great, but there's like 2 photos that were probably some of the best I've ever seen. And knowing the scenario around it, like, oh yeah, there's just an impromptu.
It's
There's
Yeah, it
everything
just
around
happened.
it is the pinnacle of just pure theoretical good photography.
It's like canon as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
exactly.
saying. Like, I'll see some of his street sets, and it'll be like 50 likes. I'm like, there's no fucking way. This should have 50,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I love all. I mean, I love all your guys' stuff. I mean, the same list
well,
applies.
besides
The
your
thing
own.
that sucks though is like,
I hate my own shit. Hate my own shit.
You hate yourself.
Oh, man.
Hate myself. I just really like all my friends' stuff for sure. Oh, and Lane. Don't forget Lane.
Oh,
Let's see. I lost my place. Oh, Patrick K. Kidda. How bad is slightly sparkly engine oil? If bad, will hitting my engine with a hammer fix it?
100%.
Jess.
Start with a rubber mallet, work your way up to a sledge.
Yeah. Perhaps do an oil test.
Like the great Jeremy
You're doing it
Clarkson.
all wrong. You gotta hit it on the side like this.
Generally, the sparklier.
Ooh, another
The
not
not so
slept on
good.
photographer though, Carter.
Yes.
Oh, Carter.
Motherfucker kills it.
Shout out to Carter to tell me not to update my RP because it would have back focusing issues.
Kills it.
Yes.
Yeah, Carter. I was just talking to him about him maybe liquefying some of his assets to purchase a better camera.
What does he need it for?
He
I mean, I guess so, but like the quality of his photographs is unbelievable.
insane.
That set of the ARC-7 he put
I-
out today.
I don't like
Oh
him.
my God.
I don't like him at all. Actually, you know what? Fuck Carter. Fucking guy sucks.
Good dude, better photographer.
Yeah, great guy. Even better photographer.
What's neat, Joe?
Joe's here.
Who's more dead, street heat or neat?
Street heat. is dead.
What is this debate? I keep seeing it.
I don't know. I just keep voting for Neat because I like Joe a lot. Pickles are good.
Neat died for years. It was the thing. I think Zach Foss threw that out there. Neat was dead. Because
Okay.
Joe wasn't really driving as much.
Yep.
The same thing. That's crazy. Whatever.
It keeps going.
Fucking life happens.
Yeah, man.
Neat's stronger than ever right now, though.
Neat Drift Club just writes, I love Andy. That is all.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. It's Lex Nicole. Have you ever gotten a boner while shooting a really nice car?
All the time.
No.
I'm not aroused by cars. So.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird.
I may have said
Maybe from sweatpant friction alone, but like not from the car.
I don't wear sweatpants. No, I've never looked at a car and said, "Oh man, that thing's got me somewhat erect," and actually been somewhat erect. I've just said it.
Right. It's just mental.
I
not
think it's
physical.
weird if you got a
Mental
boner looking
boner.
at a car.
Yeah, there's shows
There's-
there's shows dedicated to that.
Wasn't there a show
Like the
about-
people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
eat foam and stuff.
Yeah,
My Strange Addiction.
Those are the same
There
people
is that
that
guy that
Strange
married his
Addiction.
car.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Those
a
are the
guy.
same
It was a
people
guy
that
likes it
car.
when he lays
Takeovers.
under him.
It was a dude car.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about.
Dan James photo. Who is your best friend and why is it Dan James?
Because you use a flash.
Let's see. Corey.si. Worst state you've driven in and why with an example.
Kansas.
Rhode
First
Island.
place I saw a turd in a urinal, and they have those giant concrete buildings that have no windows.
So you're just basing it on the turd in the urinal alone,
Dude, go drive through Kansas. In
I
the
have.
winter and
I
the summer.
to be honest,
Drive through
I have.
fucking
I
Kansas.
seen a turd on the urinal in like the Home
What's
Depot,
that to do with
like
your urinal?
like 20, I don't know, a mile and a half away.
and
That was the
statistically
first
worse
place I
roads.
saw one.
Yeah, yeah.
I driven through Kansas.
Fuck
I was a
Kansas.
passenger in a truck in Kansas, which
No, you have to physically drive through.
I slept through most of it, but it was a long 8 hours. Of,
Straight. It just feels like
nothing.
you're on a bridge. If you're driving at night, it just feels like you're on a bridge.
yeah,
There's no lights around you. You're
and
just-
the best is the billboards. Save a baby, don't Satan. You know, all hail Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Don't abort.
and then there's
Corn.
always
Jesus.
those big crosses.
Don't
There's
abort.
like 3 giant
Turn
Yeah.
left
crosses.
here.
Big church is bigger than some skyscrapers around here.
You could
mine.
burn calories by walking
Somebody
with
else.
Christ.
So, have you guys driven cross country?
Yeah.
No, I've not driven cross
have?
country.
Yeah.
I've
You
driven
have
to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Like physically driven. Yeah, that's the furthest I've driven.
You got to get out there.
I can only imagine the amount of corn in like Ohio and Indy
and
is
the
wild.
fans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I can
anywhere in
just-
the Midwest. They're fucking everywhere.
Dude,
Shout out to Halo Kitty.
Utah is insane. Salt Lake City.
Mm.
It's just like somebody was
Huge
like,
Mormon community.
if like this desk
Tons
was
of
just
money.
nothingness, somebody was just like, city.
Yeah, but have
makes
you
n-
seen the smog? Did
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy.
It's
you
like-
wake up in the morning and like you're coming either in or out from the mountains, and it's just
Salt Lake City looks like that
Disgusting.
dirty kid from the Peanuts.
yeah. It because of all the pollution, it just settles
What the
in
hell's his
between the
name?
mountains.
Linus?
Linus. Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
he
Pigpen.
just Pigpen.
Pigpen.
He just
Pigpen.
looks like a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Dirt clouds all the time.
Let's see. Chuck Who. Trash talk is the only reason I go to car shows. Fuck that graphic.
Yeah, if you don't walk around a car show and talk shit,
I was
you
gonna say
really
he
got a
pointed
car
that
show.
out to me after the fact, and I'm like, yeah, I should have crossed that one out. Talk all the shit you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a car show and pointed at everything on a car
Yeah,
and
but
been
do you
like,
also know how much shit we talk to the cars we love the most?
Oh yeah.
Look at you and yourself. You know?
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say right. Yeah. We just make fun of this guy.
his wheels, whack. His
2.5
engine
hours a week.
swap, whack.
Me? Car not done.
Can't even front out crooked.
Where's your car? Not done.
Don't have one. Eric_Peckham. Will Shook ever decide
No.
on keeping the V8 or going stock drivetrain? P.S. I love Andy and Raf.
We love
Hell
you
yeah.
too.
He doesn't
you,
love
Eric.
me though.
No, because you're indecisive and you're self-deprecating.
Yeah.
So you can't love me?
No, because you can't love yourself.
Needs
If
more
you can't
positive
love me
vibes.
at my worst, then you don't deserve me
Well,
at
the
my
thing is,
best.
How can you return to love if you don't love yourself?
But seriously, are you going to keep the V8
I don't
or you
need to
gotta go
love
back?
you. You just need to love me. I'm not needy. Tell me I'm not needy.
This reminds me of a lot of bad memories.
Raph, love me. I don't know. V8, sure. I don't care. I just want to drive.
Wrong what you brung.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just lean into the V8. Yeah.
Boston Avant. Why all the hate for the B5 S4? They've done studies. 60% of the time, it works every time. Oh, there's no hate. I think most people love them.
We just don't have
They're
enough
just scared.
pockets.
Just a little, right? Just a little
You need
scared.
long
S4s
arms and
remind
deep
me
Very
of
pockets.
old
intimidating.
Street racing DVDs.
What's that?
S4s remind me of like old street racing DVDs.
There was a few. Yeah. Always Nagaro blue or yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Last one, Tyler, in that E36 DSLR versus mirrorless for park and shoots of cars. Which one? I mean,
Shooter dependent.
and now what's your budget? Because you can get fine DSLRs, but if you can start with mirrorless, an EOS R is pretty good. Or actually anything Fuji, you can get a decent Fuji now with a fixed lens that's a mirrorless camera that you'd be psyched with.
It's like Kev. Kev kills it.
Are you trying to get into photography? Because you could buy a Sony A6300.
I mean, if that's the case, the best camera is the one in your hand.
It's not gonna be right. If realistically you get
Run
a
with your
decent
phone.
phone, you can use that.
Dude, the iPhone 14 portrait
That thing
mode,
is nuts.
Oh, it's wild.
gnarly.
Yeah.
There was a guy that got accepted to Grid Life Media that just had a fucking phone. That's it. He had a phone on a gimbal.
Hey, if you make
It
good
works.
clips, you make good clips. Like, have you seen Carter's reels? He's shooting that on not a great camera.
Huh?
Like,
Same thing with
Wait, me
Giorgio.
and Carter have the same
Shout out to
camera.
Giorgio. Giorgio fucking kills it behind the camera. Low key. Fresh dance. Miata boy.
He keeps that older like
Giorgio.
Fwesh Dance.
Flesh dance.
That's his Instagram.
Mr. Small Wheels.
Yeah, he was here in the little seat.
Oh, that's his Instagram? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Flesh
All right.
dance.
Dude. He's doing good. The boy's doing good.
Good stuff. I think that is going to do it for us this week. I don't think I forgot anything.
It's past my
Let's see, we
bedtime.
did callbacks, did all that. We did that. We did that.
Brother.
We did the questions.
When I
Gentlemen,
get
thank you for coming to hang out.
I
Thank
get
you.
up at 4 a.m. Thanks for having me.
I'll be home right around November sometime.
Nice.
If I leave now.
Wake me
Right.
up.
Get gas early.
Right around time to wake up. We will be back next week. Let's see. What do we have this coming weekend? Geez, New England Overland Rally. That's coming up.
My
That is
birthday.
Saturday and Sunday at Thompson. Fieldworks on Sunday. Also, the Audrain Motor Week kicks off as of today and goes through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Euro Summit, right? What's that one? You're going to that,
Saturday,
Raph,
Sunday.
right?
Yep.
What is
Saturday,
it?
Sunday.
Euro Summit Invitational?
Yeah,
that
Euro
what
Summit
it's
Invitational in Tannersville, New York.
Yep, that's happening Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff happening. Go out there, go to your good local shows. Fuck the whole takeover crowd, people, clowns, that whole bullshit stuff. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck him is right.
That's all I
Fuck
got
'em.
to say about that. As always, thank you for listening. Don't forget, you can visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Also, check out some of the other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, talking motorcycles, topics under the stairs of the Circle Jerks podcast. Visit our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for the B4B. Ooh, last little thing here. Somebody said it way before.
Support the boys.
We are doing a giveaway for a custom skateboard deck dedicated to our B4B subscribers. So from now until the end of October, I literally will draw it on whatever that Wednesday is after Halloween. We are going to take whoever signs up and current active subscribers and throw your name in a hat. We pull your name, we send you a skateboard. It's that simple.
We all love skateboards.
So go check that out. Again, revivalmotoring.com if you want to sign up for that. And you will automatically be entered. You literally don't have to do anything else. That is going to do it for us. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. Peace the fuck out.
Later,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.